uh,
Heroic adventurers.
Yeah. When last we left off, they were in the town of Saltstone and had discovered there's something weird going on. And Nico had convinced Rick, who is the proprietor of the Line and Sinker Tavern and Inn, that he should be the mayor of Saltstone. And they went over to Ryan and convinced him to make a sword. Ryan the blacksmith didn't seem super enthused about Rick's new self-appointed position. They then caught up with a couple of Simic in one of the houses that Rick didn't recognize, and battled them, killed them. Rick also got a little brush of Mephistopheles. Wasn't too keen on that. And then the group went over to the what do we call it? The supply house run by Mr. Mayhew, who was not in residence at the time, but they didn't let that slow him down. They went ahead and busted in there, found a few things, maybe let something go. We're not super sure. And are now in the house after having discovered a few things, some shipping schedules, some dates that correspond to a Ravnican calendar. And we join our adventurers after having ransacked the home and business of Mr. Mayhew.
We haven't ransacked it completely yet. That's why I'm at the boat to grab Silver Thistle and Sarek and see if we can't grab a cart and actually loot the place.
We're the good guys.
So much for our low profile.
We lost that in the bar fight. Kind of went downhill from there.
No, there was no one else.
We were very concealed. Besides Rick and the drunk, that was.
Yeah, there were no witnesses.
Yeah.
And we killed the two people in that other Simic hut.
Right.
I mean, to be fair, you could just be bringing the cart to the provisioner store, to load up the provisions for the boat.
Yep, that's true.
And exactly what we were planning on doing. I was there earlier buying stuff.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, you can go. Go back to the boat and get Silver Thistle, Sereth, and Lionheart, not Dandelion, and Lionheart, and you guys load up the. Come back, bring it over there, and you load up with supplies. Now at a extreme 5-finger discount.
Donating to the Temple of Ogma. This is a righteous thing to be doing. As this boat is sailing under Ogma's flag, it is their honor to donate to us.
That's excellent.
So like abusing campaign funds.
Extremely impressed by your justifications. Like it just,
We had a conversation about him taking Ogma as personal Lord and Savior. He didn't say no.
I didn't. Well, no, the voice in my head was not especially enthused with the idea, I think.
But yeah, I mean, if you want to throw something, throw a bit in there about fire safety, and Nico's like, oh yeah, that's
now we're going.
That's the whole package.
I mean, if we leave this all here in this place unattended, it's a fire hazard. We should take care of it someplace we can keep an eye on it.
It would be completely irresponsible to leave all this flammable stuff lying around.
Exactly.
So I think we have cleaned this place out now, right?
Yeah. You guys are fully stocked for your trip to the island and back. Like you have more than enough food. You also, I'm assuming you probably took some of the weapons and armor that were in there as well.
If by some you mean all, yes.
All that'll fit.
Literally stripping it down to the floorboards.
Just
The
anything.
floorboards.
Yeah, you guys,
That's repair equipment for the boat.
you
Yeah,
guys
planks.
are going through there like a Grinch going through Whoville. Like just if it isn't nailed down, we're taking it. And even some of the stuff we can pry up, we're gonna take that too. Like just anything in there.
Are we dooming this island after we leave?
No, all the other
other
stores have
failure?
loads of stuff as well.
Yeah, it's doomed. But next thing is, can you guys see if Leo and Mayhew, did they leave the island, or were they the guys we killed?
Leo was the guy that jumped into the water and swam away.
Yeah.
And Mayhew disappeared. You didn't actually see how he left.
Okay.
But only Nico knows that Leo swam away, right?
I do believe I don't think he shared that information.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he didn't share it. Okay.
Well, we have lots of Mayhew's personal belongings if we want to try and scry on him so we can find out where he's been, Gaston.
As a matter of fact, I would be happy to scry on him. Oh, let's see.
Yeah, I'm going to come and find. Are you guys? I guess we're all. Where are we? Are we inside, outside? Where are we at the moment? We're all inside.
I don't even know what I'm doing.
Oh wow, yeah, I can totally scry on him.
Boomer looks
I'm
really
inside
interested
of
in that
Jeff.
fireplace.
Yeah.
Apparently. Where?
Yeah, Felix, Jeff, and I are inside the
Like the
provisions
dog.
on the other side than Nico.
Yeah, trying to make heads or tails of the ciphers and stuff and the shipping catalogs or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, I need to ask Gaston about the language in the ledgers that I found because I can't read it.
Let me confirm something. I think comprehend languages is self only.
I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's self only now. I can't give it to you. And tongues is only for spoken, which I can give to you, which is no good.
That sounds
So
up Skippy's.
after I go ahead and do my scrying, I'll translate it for you.
Okay. Yeah. No rush. I'd prefer you to do the hard work anyway.
It's not hard work. This is like finding knowledge that other people have gained and don't want us to know.
Exactly. I'm giving you a gift.
Yeah.
While you guys are going over the stuff, I'm going to lead our new mayor back to the tavern to calm his nerves.
Oh, I'm meant
I will follow.
Boomer, I think the mayor could use some refreshment after our glorious battle.
He
Say you-
needs
say
to
you,
drown
Mr.
the
Mayor.
bird.
That's right. Drown the bird, indeed. What say you, Mr. Mayor?
He goes, yeah, let's. I have some mayorly thoughts. So some ideas. I think we should probably go back and mull it over a mug or two. What do you think?
I think.
Do you still have him linked into the psychic network?
I think so. We didn't
As
unlink
long
anyone,
as-
right?
The hours up because I'm looking at the spell and it's not a concentration. I don't
Yep.
know if I can end it early.
Does it say you can?
It does not. Until the spell ends, the targets can communicate telepathically through the bond whether or not they have a common language.
Right. Yeah, so you hear the mayor again. His thoughts are just kind of running wild, and he's like, "Well, they kind of just broke into the chandlery there. I guess it's fine. I mean, they seem adventurous. Well, I certainly don't want to upset the dwarf. He's pretty vicious. His axe is massive, and he keeps belching feathers. I don't understand." That. But
Mr. Mayor, is there something about drafting a
what?
constitution for Saltstone? Is that what you were saying?
Of course, some sort of town charter.
Ah,
Of course, that's what we
perfect.
need. I'm surprised we don't have something like that already. That's
Well, the town has been lacking such a visionary leader as yourself all these years, clearly.
Of course. Yes. Yes. I am the mayor. I am the mayor. All right.
You're only mayor for life.
He says, come.
I
Yeah, he
imagine, well, these guys are talking and there's, all this inner speak. Everyone could kind of hear like the ocean. It's just Boomer. It's kind of daydreaming.
Holding a conch to your head or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, he goes, well, come along, Nicholas, Master Dwarf, into the tavern.
Now you're speaking my language.
Leads you all into the tavern.
Yeah.
So you're gonna scry, Gaston?
Yes, indeed. I'm going to go check through all the stuff that we got from Mayhew's place. Check his pillow for hairs or something.
Yeah. So when you find the bed there, and also, I mean, the guy wasn't particularly. I mean, he wasn't like super tidy or anything like that. So you definitely can find, hair. There's hair. You might find like a nail clipping or something like that. Like he wasn't like particularly, he wasn't being like anally fastidious or anything.
All right. I will make sure to put that in a little paper bag with his name written clearly on it, just in case we need to do this in the future.
Yep.
And then go ahead and, over the course of 10 odd minutes, cast Scrying on him, which wisdom save DC 17. And poor guy's got -10 to his save.
Yep. You.
Hey.
That's not going to help him a whole lot.
I gotta help. So let's see. So it says you can see and hear a particular creature you choose that's on the same plane of business as you. On a failed save, the spell creates an invisible sensor within 10 feet of the target. You can see and hear through the sensor as if you were there. The sensor moves with the target, remaining within 10 feet of it for the duration. A creature that can see invisible objects sees the sensor as a luminous orb about the size of your fist.
And it lasts 10 minutes.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so this orb, as you start concentrating on it, you are no longer in the Line and Sinker Tavern. You are moved to a place. There's no longer any sunlight, although it is like there is some light, but it looks like it's coming from torches. And Mayhew is you see him he's on his knees, and he is talking to an individual that is he's wearing this what looks like a large leather coat, like a big like a big overcoat, and it's dark, like it looks like it's been dyed or tanned or something like that. Like it's really dark.
Are we talking like cowboy duster scale?
Yeah, exactly. But the guy looks weirdly bulky, like looks like a big guy beneath the coat.
Human?
Huh?
Is the guy we're looking at human or some blend of something like the Simic got to him at some point?
So looking at his face, he does look like he does have some scale coming up on one side of his face. You can see that his left eye there is a massive like gash, but it's like a scar at this point. There's like a scar on his foot, but it's it's still like kind of a deep furrow that goes across his face, and that eye is like just a sort of this milky white kind of orb in his face, and he is he's berating the Mayhew in Simic, the language of the Simic Combine, and he is clearly pissed off at Mayhew, like clearly upset, and you see him, he's yelling at Mayhew, and he reaches down and grabs Mayhew, and pulls him up, and it's hard to see like the angle that the orb thing is at. Like you can see Mayhew, but Mayhew is blocking complete vision of the larger guy, but he's clearly picked up Mayhew. Mayhew is no longer on his feet, and he's holding him in front of him.
Can I shift the eye so I have a better view? Because the eye can move. The eye can move.
Well, it says so. It follows the target, right?
It does follow him.
Right. So where it's at, so you're right. You can see Mayhew clearly, but you're not getting you're having a hard time seeing the guy. He has picked Mayhew up, and then you see him slap Mayhew, and also point to a point. He points to the end of the chamber that you're on at the same time.
What's he pointing at?
The thing shifts, and you can see it looks like there's these two pillars that come up, and at the top of the pillars there's these what look like heads. It's kind of shadowy. You're looking at you can't quite make it out to at the end of this hall. But as he's pointing at it, between these two pillars, you see this massive, bright disc appear. Sort of comes into view, and he continues yelling in Simic at Mayhew, and your vision shifts back to Mayhew, and he's dragging Mayhew forward, but now you can see he still has a hold of Mayhew, but you can now clearly see he has two free arms.
So he's got 3 arms or 4?
Unknown, more than 2. And is dragging Mayhew towards this disc. And he yells again at Mayhew. He points back the other way. He's gesturing back towards the other way. Mayhew is clearly blubbering and begging for his life. The guy, his eyes narrow, and he stops yelling, and his voice gets deadly calm. And at this point, all the color drains from Mayhew's face, and you see a puddle form beneath Mayhew as liquid is dripping down his leg.
Did he shrink? Because that looks like a boomer move.
And the guy holding him, the large figure holding him, holds him away from his body and then throws him into the disc.
Before we throw him into the disc, take a look at the heads on the pillars since we're there now.
Yeah, you're closer, and they look like it looks you can't like it's not anything you've ever seen, but they definitely have a piston look to them, sort of a fish-like look to them. The heads.
Okay, so they're like carved in stone, or are they like floating objects that are
No,
alive?
it looks like they're stone, like they're carved in stone. But the energy that has formed this disc is coming out of their the open mouths of these objects.
Ah. I'll have to acknowledge the shit out of that later.
As Mayhew sails through and your vision swivels towards as he sails through this portal, water splashes out of it and onto the floor. And the portal begins to snap shut. And as it does, you're starting to lose the connection to Mayhew as he is no longer on this plane.
Yep.
Just as your vision is about to go out, you see a small figure just to the right of where this portal was that looks identical to Skippy.
Mm.
And then the scrying connection breaks.
Interesting. So our Skippy's got tattoos though.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Our Skippy's fully tatted. This other Skippy is not tatted.
Does this other Skippy have a curly mustache?
As a goatee?
Yes.
It's got a goatee. I'm sure that means nothing.
Yeah.
And the Skippy's name is Hoppy.
Hoppy
And
skipping
it doesn't
cookies.
roll ones, it only rolls 20s.
It only rolls 20. Oh my God, it's Mirror Skippy. No, it looks identical to Skippy, minus the modifications that Skippy has made, but looks identical to Skippy.
I need to go find Felix.
All right. So in the tavern here, which table looks like it is the most open? Like there's the least amount of stuff on which table?
You could just scrape
Let me
the table
see.
clean.
Are you gonna start
Yeah, I
putting
mean
bodies in
you can
place
wipe any of that shit off.
Well,
Like
that's what I was gonna do. Go to the most like empty table, look at it, and then go to the most full and be like a cat and be like, just start pushing stuff off as I put all my papers down.
right, yeah. You're like, well, that one's empty, but fuck everyone else's shit. Like I'm gonna put my stuff here.
This is my table now.
Yeah. So you knock some stuff on and you knock all this stuff onto the floor.
And I imagine just like a beautiful mind as papers are like trying to make sense of it all. Like I can't really read it, but the numbers will appear to me.
That's right.
So I'll be messing with papers and researching what I can.
Okay.
Quick question for you, Ed.
Yeah.
I used up my inspiration in the one shot from last week. Do I get that back, or is that gone because I used it?
No, you still have it. That didn't.
Count. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Can I just have inspiration?
No.
And we
As
all
soon
have
as you do-
inspiration.
As soon
I
as
feel
you do
inspired.
As soon as you do something inspiring, then yeah, you can.
I still vote we need
We're
no
all
inspiration for stabbing
waiting.
Boomer in the foot, critting Boomer in the foot.
That was pretty good.
Critical Lego brick.
I guess while Nico and Boomer are in the tavern, Boomer will be drinking all of the ale and beer.
We're toasting. Well, we're toasting the new town charter. Probably loudly coming up with deeply appropriate rules for the town. Mandatory drinking contests. Strict regulations on bar games. All that
Fire
sort of stuff.
safety, like you
Fire
weirdly
safety.
keep bringing in fire safety regulations. You're like, you really should switch to a tiled roof instead of a thatched
That's right.
roof.
Yeah,
It's a
stone
concern
only
that people
stone
have.
flooring. No wood flooring in public buildings.
But it's like cleverly woven into all the drinking stuff and all the mandatory and like Rick like keeps looking over, like every time you say it, he kind of goes, yeah, wait, what? And you're all right. And then mandatory drinking on Saturdays. And then we also like another bar that, he's like, oh, yeah. And then 10 minutes later, you suddenly weave in another, and you're like, well, we should also limit the amount of people allowed in any dwelling so that they could clearly reach the exits. Yeah. Wait, what?
Speaking of explosions, I'll place that little incendiary thing I got from the box right by the door, just in case someone we don't know tries to come in, and I can
party.
Rig it.
Is everybody inside the?
I don't know where everyone is.
No, on the inside of the door, like here, so they wouldn't see it as they came in.
Are you in the
Right.
tavern?
So is everyone inside the inn? Like where is everybody at?
Oh, I'm on my way.
Are you actually rigging it like a trap, or are you just putting it there?
I'm putting it there so that way I can just like mage hand to make it go from a distance.
Right. So it's just literally just putting it on the floor, basically.
Yeah, away from me.
And of course, Nico points to this and he says, "Well, you see, this is what I'm talking about. The fire, like you have these wooden floors. They're gonna go up like this whole thing is tinder. It's all just a big tinder box."
I've seen it happen. It's a terrible thing. You'd be surprised how quickly all this wood will go up if you just pour alcohol all over it first.
You could hide all manner of crimes just by
make a man could be beaten to death with a door, and you could make it look like an accident.
What?
It never happened.
Yeah, like it never happened.
Yeah, I'm gonna go chat with Felix about what I saw on the scrying and see if he can help me come up with a plausible figuring out what the heck that fish head portal making device was and how it worked.
Anything similar in the papers that we took from Mayhew's place about that?
So Gaston, looking at it, do you have comprehend languages on, Gaston?
I have comprehend languages on as long as I'm awake.
Right. Okay. So when you're looking at the papers, and you can see that there in the papers there is mention of there's mentions of things moving through the portal, right? There's they don't explicitly there's no details about it or anything. There's no here's how but Mayhew had in his possession there were shipping schedules and things that were scheduled to arrive from the Combine. And none of them have anything to do with ships. Like none of the times have anything, because you also have some that are detailing mundane shipments, that are arrived, supplies and stuff that aren't available here on Saltstone. And you can see the names of vessels and things like that are detailed on there. But there's a separate list, and it talks about getting there's ingredients on there that you can read, like you can read it, but you have no idea what it is. You're like, that's something internal to the Semitic. Like I don't know what that is.
Free. Oh, that clarifies everything. Thanks.
Right. Yeah. And you're like, all right. And but you can see that list that talks about things coming. That talks about things coming from the Combine and coming through a portal, and when the portal would be active.
All right.
Are we able to see any pattern from it and kind of predict when it would open again?
Give me an intelligence check.
I have intelligence. I have mediocre intelligence.
That'd be a 16 from Gaston.
Also from me.
Yeah, so the two of you working together, you think you can figure out a pattern. You're looking at it and judging by, comparing that to the shipping table that you can see. It looks like the portal. They're expecting the portal to open tonight.
And what time of day are we at? Just afternoon?
Yeah, just afternoon. Yeah.
Okay.
Next question with arcane, knowledge arcana. Would I be able to tell if there is a cost associated with the opening of this portal?
Oh, give me an arcana check. Yeah. So you wouldn't necessarily know about this portal, but this would be sort of a portal.
So that would be a
portal lore in general.
Yeah, 26.
Oh,
Yeah. So, what's up?
Also a 16.
So you know that the opening of portals like this does usually take a tremendous amount of energy. And depending on the type of portal it is, and where it's going, it usually takes some familiarity with it and with the place that it's opening to do it correctly and safely.
Or just some cultists, right? From
What's that?
Barovia? Or just some cultists from Barovia's and a cat that wanders in.
Cool.
Yeah, and you also know that depending on it also matters how much mass that you are planning on moving through said portal.
Interesting.
That it matters how long it can be open and how large you can make it. Like it's not free. Like there's an energy cost associated with that.
All right. So while the image is still fresh in my head, I'm going to sketch the room and the guy's face. It's like, here's basically what the room looked like in the 2 minutes I saw it, 3 minutes that I saw it.
Yeah.
This is what the guy's face looks like. Here's where the portal is in the room, and it looks like basically two fish head pillars that spit portals.
Yep.
That's a new one on me, but
do you also include the Skippy or the Skippy lookalike?
I will draw where the Skippy lookalike was.
Yep.
So Skippy, I saw a clone of you.
What?
Mm.
Where?
Hold up the
That's
picture
only one,
right here.
Skippy. Come on. Now it's just because you like me, Gaston. I'm just on your mind.
I'll ask Rick to join us at the table to see if
Next
he's
time we've
seen
got
anything
some
on the
peace and
island.
quiet, I'll give that a shot when I've got some anti-poison drugs in me.
If you apply enough Vaseline to me, then you get a few minutes, 10 minutes max, maybe.
You know, you can never use too much Vaseline.
But when Gaston, when you show me, did you show me the picture or did you just
Yep.
tell me?
I'll
Do I recognize this portal and the fish heads? Does it look familiar?
When Gaston flashes this, to you, you get a momentary flashback. You suddenly you're suddenly no longer where you are, but you're now back in this place that you were before, and you see this portal open, and it looks just like the drawing that Gaston has, these two heads, and you see others that look very much like you, being drugged through this portal by, you know, in your memory, that just these faceless individuals that are dragging through this portal, and you feel this weird sense of it's like there's a sense of loss, but it's really weirdly muted. Like it's almost like you're sensing it being felt by somebody else.
And to Skippy, do all of the grung look completely different?
No. They look. Yeah, they look like you.
Okay. I wondered if it was like a race thing, like all grung look the same.
You're all yeah. No, to you, they're all like individual and unique and beautiful, and it's like, I don't know, man, I look like a frog. I don't know. No, they all look very similar. I mean, they all look. It's like looking in a mirror.
Hashtag not all dwarves. I mean, how can you see the differences behind the beard?
No, yeah, all dwarves are the same. Come on.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Some people believe that there are no dwarf women. The dwarves just spring up out of the ground.
Wait, that's true? Man, this plane of existence is weird.
Hey, Gaston.
Yes,
I found this ring in. I'll take one of the coloured rings out of the set of 9 rings. So Gaston, any idea what this thing is?
It's a ring.
Yeah, is it like magic or anything? Or cursed? Or
Smart. Keep it safe.
Detect magic?
You cast detect magic on the ring, and you get nothing off of it.
It doesn't look magic.
Okay, well, good to know, I guess. I'm sure I can convince someone it's magical.
I mean, if you give me a minute, I can cast Identify just to confirm.
Sure. Yeah, I'm sure we can take a few minutes to sink another celebratory ale while you figure out what this thing is.
Take a minute and cast Identify on it.
Yeah, it's just a ring. Like it literally, you don't actually even think the stone on it is real. Like it literally just looks like some costume jewelry. Like it just like dude just had some multicolored.
Yeah.
Dude just had some multicolored rings.
Brothels I've been in my life, in my line of work, and all of my research, I probably have a pretty good idea of what fake jewelry looks like.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, you're looking at this like this is legit just some costume jewelry. Like the guy, it's just these 9 colored rings. The guy just fucking thought they looked pretty.
Based on the size, is it designed for the hand or
for a halfling?
This guy had really big thumbs.
Yeah, no, they're finger sized.
All right. Yeah, they're just cheap knockoff rings.
Oh.
God damn it. Someone's still doing fireworks.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, you heard that too.
We had a few over here already this evening.
oh for the Olympics or
No, American.
Day ending in Y.
America?
America.
I'll go over to Rick. Rick. I believe a seal of office may be in order. I found this rare, precious jewel encrusted ring. You may find befitting a man of your station. Here, try it on.
Give me a deception check.
I'll offer him one. Yeah, I'll offer him the cheapest, crappiest looking one.
Okay.
That is a 24.
He takes the ring from you. Actually, that's not Rick. He takes the ring from you. He gives it a good look over. But you can tell that he there's Rick. But you can tell that he clearly wants to believe you. Like he clearly
He wants to believe. It is rare.
He clearly wants this to be real, like wants this to be rare and a symbol of his office. And you can see, he puts it on his finger and he puts it on another finger and he holds it out and different ones. He says, "Wow, what do you think? Where does it?" He's kind of holding his robe.
I'll sort of lean in conspiratorially and sort of say, "Now, be aware. The wizard told me this grants the wearer unlimited sexual prowess."
And he looks at the ring. You see his eyes go up a little bit, and he goes, "Well, not that I need that, of course. But it's."
Do we hear Nico say that, or is it just because if I hear it, I'll like wink at him.
We're all still bonded telepathically, I guess.
One doesn't wrong wink.
Skippy, how anyone else winks? I've got eyes.
I think it's just blinking.
It's just
she's a grunt, so she actually has two eyelids. So there's like the solid one and then the clear one that goes up when she's underwater.
I can do a special wink, yeah.
Yeah, so it means
Special wink.
Because I'm still inside Jeff, so I'm gonna like come out from the robe and give him a good like sideways wink.
Right, yeah.
Nico.
He looks at it, he says, "Well, Nathan, that says, I'll go ahead and wear that." And he puts the ring on, and he says, "Sexual prowess, all right." And then in his head, like through the psychic link, you guys are treated to some very graphic images of your man Rick. Just railing some of the town ladies. You can tell by some of the imagery, Rick is not married.
Mm-hmm.
And probably has never really been much of one with the ladies, we'll say. And then every now and again, there's also a flash of a dude in there. And like kind of lingers on that a little bit. And then you get like some very confused thoughts from Rick, but they're not unpleasant. Could be a reason why Rick's never been married. Don't know.
If only he'd been in the
confusion. Gaston would recommend sheep.
Skippy doesn't see anything weird about this. Like we don't know what Skippy is anyway.
Right? Yeah. Skippy's like, I don't know, man. You all look like a bunch of walking upright pigs to me anyway. So I don't know.
I still think it's funny that you use different tubes for peeing, pooping, and sex.
Right.
Boomer will try to drink the man's thoughts away.
Right, because you're like, wow.
Thinking about bears.
Yeah, all of them partners were remarkably hairless, and I don't know what the point was.
These people are entirely too bare.
Yeah, Gaston will send him some very. Gaston will send him some very educational memories about sex with all sorts of males, females, animals, not animals, objects.
Yep. So you are all treated to Gaston's just
college years.
Gaston's throwing that out there for everybody to see.
I'm gonna throw something at Gaston.
I'm gonna try and interrupt Rick and like get him to focus on the papers we have here.
get anyone else to focus on something.
Rick kind of he snaps out of his reverie there, and you hear him mutter, "Oh, things to think about for later."
I'll start tapping the staff to like get his attention. Like,
Rick.
He looks at you tapping the staff, and he goes, "Oh, you're not gonna do anything cold, are you?"
well, shrinkage might solve our situation right now.
He goes, and you see him, he kind of grasps the ring a little tighter, and he kind of goes, "Yeah, right. Well, of course, we have something to focus on here. Of course. What are we doing now?"
All right, this sketch that Gaston has drawn is a room that we believe is here on this island, and we need you to help us find where this room is.
Wasn't it on the nearby island,
Yeah,
not
it's
this
on
one?
the
Yeah, I think it's on the nearby island.
Oh, well, whatever. We need you to help us find this room.
He looks at the sketch, looks out the sketch, and he says, I've never seen that before.
Anything similar? The markings here, anything that would lead you to think that it might be somewhere?
He looks at it, he goes, well,
26
and he
insight.
looks over at you, Gaston, and he goes, this is remarkably well done. You have quite a bit of skill. Have you ever thought of going into the arts?
I've thought about it several times, but it doesn't pay well enough for the rest of my life.
Well, I could hang this up here in the bar. It would give you plenty of exposure. That's really what you
expose
need.
myself for plenty. Just I don't need more exposure.
Oh, that's really what drives the art world is people seeing the art, and of course everyone. Now that you've drawn it, it really belongs to everyone.
Sure, and you're more than welcome to it as long as you pay me fair recompense of your firstborn child.
And he goes, there's a flash of thought that goes through Rick's head. He's like, oh, who wants kids? And he goes, done. He shakes your hand, and he goes, oh, of course, I'll tell everyone that you drew it. That's part of the payment. And he hangs it up on the bar so he can get a good look at it. And he steps back and he looks and he says, I do have a few notes though. I think there's some things you could have done differently.
Yeah, while he's staring at it, hit it with a sacred flame.
You hit Rick with sacred flame?
No, the picture was sacred flame.
Yeah, so you step back and you're just all, yeah, whap. And the picture just goes up in flame.
Nico, is this what you're talking about?
Still only your firstborn child. It's
Team
an art
fire
piece.
safety, so important.
You guys suck.
Well, I'd rather burn my art than have someone enjoy it without paying me what I feel I deserve.
As soon as we start talking about art in this game now, I just feel sorry for Matt.
Sorry for artists in general, man.
Yeah, it's really the only part of this game that isn't fantasy.
Right? Honestly,
everything else is pretty high fantasy until we start talking about the economics of art and how artists are treated. Then it gets like way too real.
Yeah, the only people get treated as badly as artists are food service people in the food service industry.
Well, at least they get tipped.
No, they don't. They also get yelled at and screamed at for having too much ice in the Coke and then not enough ice in the Coke. My steak is too well done. My steak isn't well enough done. What's wrong with you? Why do you smell so funny?
Hey, Matt, have you ever been yelled at because you shaded something a little too dark or maybe one of the colors wasn't quite right?
So where were we?
Yeah. That's what I thought.
You were drinking, right?
We're
Yeah,
planning
drinking.
on
Just gonna
leaving
get
the island,
character.
going to the other island, and blowing up a simic portal so that they stop bringing stuff here.
Taking the battle to the enemy. Yes, I think this is an excellent idea. Well, I guess Rick, we'll leave you to finish up the town charter. We'll go and mop up the rest of these miscreants, and then the town will truly be a protectorate of the Duchy of Koska.
There he goes. Oh,
You got this, Rick? All right, bye.
Yeah, he grasps his ring and he goes, "Oh, right, I'm the mayor. The mayor."
Oh, can I
Of
have
course.
worked in a few clauses about, like, taxes and stuff like that is obviously due to the duchy, all that sort of stuff.
Oh,
Are
yeah,
we
sure,
gonna
of
collect it,
course.
Nico?
Nico,
We're gonna come
my
back to this
suggestion is
hellhole?
collect flat tax. It's
We're
up to
coming
him.
back to
Flat
this.
tax, 100% flat tax.
No, a flat tax is in, you owe me 500 gold a year. I don't care where it comes from. How
Yeah,
you
that
give it
seems-
to me, you owe
that
me
seems
500 gold a
reasonable.
year.
Yeah.
You think we're coming back to this hell?
Oh no, it's up to him to deliver it to the Costco residents in Waterdeep.
That's right.
Oh, great. Now we're giving them a fucking pilgrimage.
At least it'd be, it'd be a more exciting destination than most pilgrimages if it's to the pleasure palace.
I don't know. I think the Pleasure Palace has
Well,
some pretty
especially
interesting artwork on the side of the wall.
And new
Yeah.
occupants.
Yeah,
especially especially if you send them to the Pleasure Palace now, that's a real interesting adventure.
You know
Yeah.
what? You can tell those guys are evil because they paid their artists well.
Oh, fuck you, Gaston.
no more. No more. You could tell they were from the mirror universe.
So is there anything left here for us to do? Or are we ready to
Let's go kill
search?
stuff.
Let's go kill stuff.
All
We
right.
are invincible.
Okay, Porus. Nitrogen. So we march back to the boat and sailing.
Yeah, so you looking over at the other island, there's at the docks there's like a couple of like small like rowboats and stuff that you can take to get across.
We're not
Or
gonna,
you can swim if you like.
or we can take our smart boat and have it drop us off and then have it just sail around in the general vicinity.
You
far away?
can attempt that. I don't know how close to the island it can get.
I
Nope.
imagine it's pretty. Is it almost like it's not? These are just like tidal shallows almost. I
No.
guess, are they, between the two?
Gaston has no problem getting there by book.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
The
true.
rest of you are screwed.
Apart from Skippy.
How
We're
deep
just
is
waiting.
it?
Fine. Skippy, I don't think the grung like salt water. Salt water is bad for frogs.
So it's deep. It's deep, but probably a little bit like Tanith won't be able to drop you off on the beach.
Mm.
Like you would
Yeah.
have to swim
Well,
some way. Like
doesn't
can
Tanith
kind of
have
go
a
in
rowboat?
between. What's up?
Tanith does have a boat on it, a miniature boat, doesn't it?
I don't
Yeah,
think
yeah,
does.
it's got
Oh,
like
does it?
lifeboats.
That's
Yeah.
really
So
all we
we'll
need to
just
do.
row
Yeah, we'll
those
just do
out.
that.
Use Tanith equipment. I mean,
Yeah,
we're
you
paying
can do
for
that.
it.
Yeah, you can do that.
And then make sure that Silver Thistle, Lionheart, and Sarath are on board manning our crossbows just to make sure that nothing messes with the boat while we're away.
Yeah, sure.
Cool. Where do you want to land? Should we land at the dock, or are we gonna?
What's
They'd expect us to go to the dock.
what's Abigail been doing this whole time?
Abigail has been sitting on the boat and studying. When you get back on the boat, she's in she appears to be in a meditative trance, but she could also just be giving someone a cold shoulder.
Chilling.
Gaston will do an insight.
Yeah, go ahead and give me an insight check.
I should have a bonus of +1 for each of my ex-wives, so that'll give me a no. It gives me a a 20. If I get bonuses from my ex-wife, it's even higher.
Yeah, Gaston, you kind of walk by her, and you can see, as you guys come on the boat. So you notice a couple of things you notice that are a little incongruous about the scenario that you see before, the tableau you see before you. You can clearly see that there is a book that's open, and the ink that has been written is still damp. She's sitting down, her eyes are closed, and she's sort of in a meditative pose. But you notice that her breathing is a little too fast for someone who has been sitting and meditating. It looks, some look like they clearly sort of hustled, and then sitting down, breathing a little bit hard for someone who has just who's been sitting meditating. And you also notice, after Felix walks by, she kind of gives a little peek, one eye kind of peeks open a little bit and then quickly closes.
Yeah, Nora used to do this when things weren't going too well at the end there.
Boomer will try to walk quietly past Abigail.
Go and give me a stealth check.
Yeah, Gaston's going to take the paperwork and head into the captain's cabin and continue translating.
Does an 11 do it?
Like a ninja.
You're not you didn't knock anything over, but you're not being super, a board kind of creaks as you're walking by. You don't knock anything over, but you're not being, you're not being loud, but you're not being quiet.
You're not being intrusive, but you're not being subtle either.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I just don't want Abigail to find me and ask me questions.
I ask you questions about, well, did he say anything about me? Did he mention me? Is there someone else?
Would you like
I've seen Skippy look at him. Is there anything going on there? Boomer's like, I don't know. Leave me alone, lady. Is there something I can hit for you with my axe, or?
I only speak Dwarvish.
He says in perfect
Which
common.
language do you say that in? Yeah.
I only know that phrase and this phrase that follows.
Yeah, I know the one phrase and this one that
Was
follows.
that The Simpsons?
Family Guy.
Family Guy.
He's all really? Okay.
I'd also like to pick up my improvised device before I leave.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll come in and sit heavily next to Abigail and just sort of put my feet up on the desk and say, love, eh? Yeah, just sort of start musing about relationships and the complexities of life, and just sort of
while she's trying to pretend to meditate, you're
it's going to completely
just sitting there carrying on while she's clearly trying to pretend to meditate. Eventually she gives up, as you're clearly not going away or taking the hint or anything. And she just goes,
I know it's terrible, isn't it? It's terrible. But it's better to have loved and lost, as they say. I mean, obviously some lose more than others, but that's life. It would be boring if it were predictable, wouldn't it? Eh? What do you say to a drink, Abigail?
Yeah, she goes. Yeah, she looks at you, and she's on the verge of telling you no. She's about to, and then she sighs, this deep, heavy sigh, and she looks at the book she was writing on. She looks around the cabin, and she looks at you, which any sort of emotionally healthy person looks at you and is sad. Like they're, they kind of, they look at you and it's not. I mean, it's just wreckage, right? And they look at you, and she kind of sighs and she goes, "Yeah, give me a drink."
Ah, that's the spirit. See what I did there? Here you go.
Nico is a
she,
dad.
as you say that, she's reaching out for things. Yeah, that's a good one. And she takes the bottle and she takes a pretty healthy pull off of it, and she hands it back to you. And she goes, ah. She makes the whiskey face.
Mighty smooth.
Remind me to cast Cure Disease on her later before bedtime.
Excellent.
What's up?
I said, remind me to cast Cure Disease on her before bedtime.
No, kill the herpes and the Hep C that she picked up from Nico's bottle.
That's right.
Yeah.
Now we just have one more quick task to finish up while we're here. Just some housekeeping on that little island over there. But you'll cheer us up on the way over. I think. How about a song? Hey, Tanith, you know the one we were singing as we came in. Let's strike that up again. And I'll sort of like start singing the sea shanty and sort of trying to get Abigail to join in the chorus, and it's just...
Yeah, it's like the entire time you're singing and Tanith singing along, joins in, and she's just looking at you, like just staring at you deadpan. And Nico, of course, is paying no attention to her like emotional state or what she's, and just leading Tanith. And most of the words that you're singing, you get every like fifth word wrong or whatever, and Tanith. Not all the guys on Tanith know the same words to that song, and so some of them, like, it's sung a little bit. She's sitting there in the middle of this. Obviously, like, it's just you, but there's a lot of voice and presence in her small cabin, and she just goes, and you can tell. Well, Nico can't, but those viewing can tell that she's just reevaluating her life and every decision that led to this point.
Gaston shouts, "Have you ever considered taking Ogba as your personal lord and savior?"
At this, she goes, "Gah! Get out!" And Nico, you feel yourself being grabbed by both her hands and a mage hand and sort of given the bum rush out as she slams her door behind her. To which point Tanith very quietly and from behind her, very quietly and behind her, it goes, some guys just can't take a hint at let me tell you about this. One of the guys on the crew who said this. She just goes, "This is a madhouse." Tanith goes, "Oh God!" And then behind you, Nico, you hear, some people just don't appreciate a good story. Nico,
right.
You know what I'm saying? You try to cheer some people up, and they just
you can lead a horse to water, Tanith, but
all you can do at that point is drown it.
That's
I
right.
know exactly.
I know
exactly what you're saying.
I'm sure that's how the saying goes, or something like that. Anyway, to that island over there. Let's go.
Yeah. So the boat, the oar ship, and Tanith can get about kind of halfway between the dock and where the island is at, and he says, "This be as close as we can get. There seems to be, it's starting to get a little shallow over there, and my draft is a little low."
How far are we within the range of the heavy crossbows? Like, could Tanith hit something on the shore with the heavy crossbows from here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Tanith, you and You and Silver Thistle and the others here, keep an eye on us. Give us some cover while we make the rest of the journey on the smaller boat. We're going to do some housekeeping over there, and then we'll be back.
And he says, "Aye, of course." And you see Silver Thistle and Lionheart are manning the crossbows, and they built like little chairs that can hook onto the crossbow, and they have pedals, like bike pedals, and they turn those, and they can swivel the crossbow left and right, and then they have hand cranks that adjust the pitch of the crossbow.
Those guys are great.
Yeah.
And they say, "Hey, boss, we'll give you a little cover there." Talking to you, Boomer. They say, "We're gonna give you a little cover there, boss. Don't worry about it." And they say, and then they go, look in the shallows," and they're pointing towards the shallows, directly in front. And once they point it out, you guys look, and you can see that there are, and you can't make out all the details, but you can see there's figures sort of moving in the shallows around the island.
How far away are we from the island? Like 300 feet?
Yeah, something like that.
Control water, remove all the water between here and the shore.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, so you, Gaston goes to the shore, and, full Charlton Heston, just, and the water just goes like that, and peels back. There's still a little bit of like right under the boat. There's obviously still water under the boat. You didn't like try to ground Tanith, but it's still a little bit it's a little deeper.
300 feet down.
What's that?
It goes down 300 feet.
Yeah, so right by the boat, there's still, there's probably still like 10 or 20 feet of water, like right in front, but as it's quickly sloping up.
Tanith is a coward if it's stuck with 300 feet of water underneath it.
Yeah, Tanith, it turns out when all you are is a boat, you really don't want to get stuck anywhere.
Turn around and look at Tanith. We will talk about this later.
And Tanith goes, "Yar, we're a little shy about the land. We don't want to be, we like the water. We got stuck in a cave for a while, and we don't want to be stuck again."
Like a 3-foot tall guy ducking to go through a doorway.
Right. Just, you never know what these fish weirdos will do, but I'm sure you guys will be fine. Crossbows at the ready.
Can we identify what race the figures are now? Like now that they're presumably walking around on the sand.
How wide is the trench that you make?
300 feet.
300 feet wide, 300 feet down. So
it's a 300 foot cube.
You peel back the water. You see the figures as the water suddenly goes, what? You hear some like garbled gabbling noises coming from them, and they look like fish with feet and legs, and they make these very surprised and distressed noises, and they go running back towards the water.
Yeah, I figured.
All right, we going fishing?
Nico.
We're not making a very stealthy entrance now, though.
I guess stealth is out. So
we came in a boat. There was no stealth.
Time for bravado then. So Nico will use his ring of featherfall and just leap off the side of the boat and float down to the bottom.
Boomer will just jump off.
I'll climb down.
All right. So you guys go. It's it's a long ways down.
There's rope. I have rope.
I'm taking a rowboat. Fuck it. Jeff and I are in a rowboat.
You're taking the boat anyway. You're gonna go around.
I'm inside of Jeff.
I guess I'll just tie some rope to me and
speed down towards the bottom.
Zip line.
Yeah, I'll just.
And
Yeet.
then I'll look at Boomer as he's following, going, "You probably should have tied off the other end."
Boomer leaps over the side, and the rope just goes. As Boomer goes sailing down towards the bottom, just sort of out. And,
Die Hard style.
How does Featherfall work if I grab the rope?
So there's a weight limit, I think, to Featherfall.
Hmm.
Well, you will slow him
No.
down until he lands, and then you will slow down.
So Featherfall has a duration of 1 minute, and if he doesn't touch the ground before that minute, it didn't matter. Like, you still fall at 60 feet per round, but you don't get that protection of not taking falling damage when
Okay.
if you
Okay.
land.
I see. So it's not like it slows anything down. It just means I don't take damage.
No, you slow down to 60 feet per round instead of terminal velocity.
Right.
Yeah.
So
if you
because I
land
think
before the spell ends,
normally falling, I think is like 500 feet per round or something like that.
Right.
So you start slowed significantly. Boomer's like, "Whoa!" And he goes zipping past you, Nico, and you go, and then Nico, I need you to make a strength athletics check to hang on to that rope.
Yeah, I'll see if I can grab the rope before Boomer sort of lands in the sort of puddle at the bottom. Strength athletics. Here we go. Oh, sorry, Boomer. That is a mighty 4.
You grab the rope, it starts burning through your hands, and you're all hot, 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 hot. And Boomer goes falling down towards the water. Just before the rope passes the bottom of Tanith, the rope snaps to the side of the boat. And Tanith goes, "I gotcha, Boomer." And there's a really sharp tug as you snap to the end of this rope. And you'll take a little bit of damage from the rope snapping against you. You'll take 8 damage.
Okay.
Not a lot. Take a little bit of damage as it snaps against you, and then you go swinging back under the boat into the water. And so you kind of blah, blah, blah. And while you're under there, you see this massive face looking at you. It looks kind of like a large. It's a cross between a dragon and a snapping turtle.
oh no!
Wow.
And
This there's a big boy out in there.
it looks just as surprised to see you as you are to see it. Like as you kind of sort of come face to face with this thing, and then its eyes you see its eyes narrow down. And you're sort of looking. You swing in this thing. It's surprised. You come really close to it. And you see its eyes narrow, and then its jaws open up, and it's got this beak, and then it's just teeth. It looks like a hallway of teeth all the way back, and it opens up, and you can see there's a glow forming at the back of that hallway, and you see water begin to bubble and steam form, and then the rope snaps back, and you're yanked back away from this thing, out of the water and into the dry land. And Tanith then lets go of the rope, and I need you to make a dexterity saving throw as you're sort of flung out over the dry land.
Pull me back! Pull me
Created
back!
by Gaston.
Do I get my barbarian advantage?
No.
Okay. It's okay. I didn't need it.
Nice.
What was that? 18?
19.
19. Yeah, so you snap back out over the thing. You manage to kind of tuck yourself into a ball, do a little somersault, and then you land with this rope tied around you, and the end of it trailing back into this wall of water that's going up. And you look back. You look back, and you can see this dark shape moving around in this wall of water, and then you see the rope that's tied to you begin to pull tight and begin to pull towards the wall of water.
You know, Lady and the Tramp had this scene.
Cut the rope. Cut the rope. Cut the rope.
You bring your axe down, boom, just in time as the rope is sucked into the wall of water. And you see this, there's this massive plume of bubbles that expands out from where you can see this dark shape, some of which come out of the wall of water, and you feel this hot wash of like steam blow over you. And at this point, it's lost a lot of its heat, but you can still feel that it must have been very hot at its origin. And then you see the dark shape. It makes a couple of like little loops. It moves around a little bit, and then it moves off around the side of the island.
This is why I don't take baths.
You've seen these in a bath?
Haven't you?
I haven't been that drunk before, or high.
No, you see Nico in a bath, that's probably worse.
Trust me, his serpent wasn't anywhere near that impressive.
Skippy, how are you? Oh, you're with Jeff, right? You're in the boat.
I was inside Jeff in the boat with Felix. Yeah.
Well, you don't
Yeah, so
trust the giant magical trench?
Felix,
I'm
I'm
more
guessing.
now that I've seen this massive snapping magical turtle thing is floating around.
I'm the only one that chose the path of adventure.
Hey, I went down there. I'm floating down gently.
Felix, I'm guessing Jeff is rowing the boat.
No, I'll actually give Jeff a break.
Oh,
Wait, you're rowing the boat?
Yeah,
sure
it'll be
that
pretty unimpressive with that +0 strength.
right. Yeah. So Felix gets in the boat, and he's like, "All right, let me see here." And he's doing it a little out of the thing. And he finally gets his. Oh no, right, yeah, okay, I got. And and Jeff he's doing that thing where Jeff keeps like reaching for the oars. I got it.
Skippy's like inside Jeff and like, are we moving? Like, what are you doing?
You even lift, bro.
Yeah, Felix, Jeff sighs sighs to the other head, and they kind of, you can see that, that sort of like long suffering look of just, if you could just move, okay. Felix finally gets the oars right, and he's like, okay, here. Oh no, I got it. And he rows. Felix, give me a strength athletics check. No, actually, give me a Constitution check, not strength athletics. Let's see how long you last rowing this boat.
Here we go. A 20.
Yeah, Felix is like, you see, I got it, and he starts rowing, and he's actually doing pretty good. He finally, he finds his rhythm, and he rows the boat. You're moving along. Are you guys going along the side of the trench, or?
I'd give it a good healthy 10, 15 feet.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you're off the side.
Right on the edge.
Skippy's gonna shout out and be like, Abigail, take a look at this.
Check out your man.
Abigail
flexing in the boat. Yeah.
Abigail is on deck, sort of watching, because obviously it's somebody moving that much water, like parting that much water, it's an impressive thing. She is looking down and she sees Felix, kind of fumble with the thing, and she sees him, rowing. And you see her look down, and she just you see her head. You can't make out details of her face. She just kind of shakes her head and then walks back over to where Silver Thistle is mounted on one of the crossbows. So
Jeff would be rowing the other side.
You all make your way up onto the island. Obviously, you've moved a little bit of water, Gaston. And a lot of the little fishy people that were moving around in the shallows have moved away.
Yeah, so I guess we just sort of walk up.
Here, I'll
like here or something.
Yeah, I'll bring everybody in.
This is where we were aiming for, yeah.
Oh, I just picked the nearest point, basically. So I guess you're going to need to row over there because there's not any water over here.
Only 100 by 100 by 100 cube, no big deal, right? Ah.
Were you intending this island to be a one-shot as well, Ed?
Yeah.
So we'll be here next session. Got it.
It's like there's plenty of like boxes and stuff on the beach. I'm sure we'll get to at least one of them.
Well, this island is way smaller than I thought it was.
It won't stop us.
Yeah.
I was thinking more
But
like
then it goes down.
Angel
It's going
Island
to go
size,
down like
not
12
like middle of a river
floors,
size.
Definitely doesn't extend to other planes of reality.
Shoot.
This is like the tip of the pyramid in Dusk Till Dawn.
Oh, yeah, Gaston, it's 100 feet, not 300 feet on a side. Control water is 300.
Oh.
Or is 100. It's 100, 100, 100.
Okay, 100, 100, 100.
The casting distance is 300.
300.
Yeah, so, here, I'll bring everybody over. Oops, not that.
Oh, Felix drowned.
That's all right. Why does Boomer keep disappearing? There.
Watching Nico.
Hey, Felix. Boomer. There we go. Gaston. And Skippy. And Jeff. Where the hell is Jeff? Oh, there he is. And Jeff no longer needs to be disguised.
Okay.
Now he can look awesome.
Oh, is that where we're landing, or are we coming to the dock?
If you guys want to go to the dock, you can do that.
I figured that we would walk onto the beach somewhere and Felix would row to somewhere he could get to.
Oh, I don't have. So, Felix, you have control of Jeff.
Yes. Yeah. This is old Jeff, not disguised Jeff.
Not Jeff in disguise. Okay. I'm going to be sitting inside Jeff for a bit.
Okay.
So you make your way up onto the docks. As you're rowing up, you can see there is these fish. You see those fish people are now eyeballing you And as soon as you step out, onto the land, they attack. Everyone, go ahead and roll initiative.
I put my armor back on, by the way, when we were
Yep.
on our way.
Ooh, I was paying attention for once.
Yay.
I rolled a 1. Yay! It's going on my book.
Did you roll a 1 and a 2, Matt?
Gaston has a 19.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I think I rolled like a
Oh, that was
6
Skippy.
or-
Sorry.
That's Skippy. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I got an 18 total because I got a 16 plus my 2.
Nice.
I know math.
Ooh.
All right. Gaston.
Gaston got a 19.
Are you floating?
Yes.
There he goes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. I got you. I got Nico. And where is little Skippy hopping? No, no, not you. Skippy, can you move off of Jeff just a little bit? There you go. And Skippy. And then fish people. Fish people. Fish people. Yeah. Okay, so who got what? Nico, I'm guessing you go first.
Probably 26.
Yep. Gaston, what'd you get?
19.
Yeah, pretty good. Boomer, you got an 18. Felix, you got what?
17.
Good. Skippy, you got what?
3.
I know, I just wanted you to say it. All right, let's see. Fish people will go. Yep, about there. And then those guys will go. They'll go just ahead of Skippy. All right. So Nico, you guys come up onto the you come up onto the shore. As you walk up, you hear this sort of speech coming from these fish people.
Yep.
And they are brandishing these what look like kind of spears towards the group, and they are look like they are advancing, intending to push you back into the sea. Yeah, that noise.
I shall stand up straight and yell at them. I offer you this one chance to surrender. Accept the rule of the Duchy of Koska, the rightful owners of this land.
Down with Koska, up with Ogma.
I half expected you to say, like, I offer you Skippy Hoppington.
One of their
Good price.
As you're making this speech, one of a spear lands near your feet in the sand.
Yeah. Fair enough. Do I know which one threw it at me?
No, it came like just kind of sort of came arcing out of the water towards you and landed in the sand.
It was probably sent by the turtle.
Probably.
It had extra arms too.
Okay. So how many of these guys can I see these guys up on the hill over here as well?
Yeah, you can see up towards when you look up towards the hill, you can see that there are they look kind of like Skippy, but not quite. Like they're not dead ringer. Like they're amphibi-ish.
Mm-hmm.
but they are not. They're not exactly like Skippy.
Are they
If you
using
can-
ranged weapons?
The ones up on the hills have range. They look like they have bows.
Oh, we're safe. Yeah,
No,
we're fine.
you guys on the hills have mustache and goatees.
Oh,
There are people on the hill?
Yeah.
I was gonna say if they shoot like Skippy.
You're in trouble, Boomer.
Oh no.
As long as they're not
Okay.
trying to hit you.
Yeah.
Mhm. Okay. Oh, is this a cave in front of me here? Interesting.
Yeah.
Should go in it.
I could.
Bottleneck in the cave?
Assuming there's nothing in the cave already. In which case, we would be going through the bottleneck into the cave. Okay. I'll just through the telepathic link, I'll just say, you take care of the guys on the beach, I'll get these guys on the hill.
Life's a beach.
Life's a beach. And then, right, let's see. So that's to there. All right. So what I want to do is I want to move to the foot of the cliff over here. So I'm going to move to like here.
Yep.
And then, because I guess I'm in pretty good cover here behind this rock.
Yeah, you're gonna kind of like try to suck up against it, and yeah.
And then I'm going to sort of peer over the top, and I'm going to try and use Eldritch Blast to explode the rock that this guy's standing on, so he falls off the cliff.
Okay.
Let's go. So that's using my newly found rock exploding skills from that weird dream I had about the other day, where Gaston killed us all.
He'll have trouble concentrating on stuff
Excellent.
for a bit, but that
Yeah. Okay, so let's see if I hit. So first beam is a 23.
Hits.
Second beam is 17.
Hits.
Third beam is 28.
Hits.
Okay. And what did we say we did for exploding rocks? Do I just roll damage or?
Yeah, just roll damage. We'll see how much rock you
Okay.
how much rock you break.
So that's 2. Not much.
no.
3. Oh, that's a bit better.
Eh.
So 14.
Yeah, so
Average.
you don't manage to crumble it beneath him, but you do, some rock does fall off. Some rock does break free and fall off, but the ledge he's on stays solid.
Okay. So then I will use my cunning action to hide in this like rock bit here from these guys.
Gaston will shout down at Nico, about 3 feet higher. How much are you drinking?
I don't need
let me see.
strategy advice from a book.
Pretty much every general ever.
Yeah, so you fired off, and some like rock falls down here.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nice. Cool. Yeah, and then I will hide in this kind of rock bit here.
Okay, go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Crit 28.
Yeah, you managed to kind of wedge yourself into a
am the
little
rock.
nook of it and pull your cloak around, and shadow kind of billows around it and conceals you in a cleft of this rock.
Nice. Nice. Cool. And that is my turn.
Cool. Gaston.
So this gentleman or this fish man who's currently in the middle of my little bubble there,
Yep.
needs to make a wisdom save, DC 17.
Okay.
And if he fails, he is going to take some sacred flame burning damage.
Wisdom or dexterity?
Oh, sorry, sacred flame is dexterity. You're right. Sorry, dex.
Yeah, he's gonna avoid that.
No, he's not. I don't care if he rolls a natural 20. That's still a hit.
Didn't I say this was a sacred flame? So
Yeah.
it's a sacred flame.
They roll a disadvantage if they're from the Simic Combine.
Ah.
It's an Ogma, not rule.
They're clearly unholy. Clearly.
Well, they're going after the wrong kind of knowledge, and Ogma's
Right.
actually kindly okay with that. Never mind.
Right.
Ogma will Gaston, thinking really highly of himself here.
Wow. Wow.
We'll continue to give advice
thunder
to.
rumbles across the sky.
Oh, now you answer.
Yeah. I knew you were listening.
You're such a dick, man. Continue berating Nico through the start of my next action.
You're gonna continue berating Nico? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Yeah, you can berate Nico as a free action.
Yeah, I'm pretty much going to take a full action to berate Nico.
Sure. Yeah. Well done.
Yeah,
Are you gonna move at all?
Nope, stay right where I am.
Okay.
You're right, Gaston. If only I could emulate the damage you deal per turn.
You pretty much did, didn't you?
You pretty much
yeah.
did. Pretty much did.
Anyway, that rock isn't going to mess with me again. I tell you.
Neither is that salt water.
Yes. Between us,
Boomer,
we're
you're up.
unstoppable.
All right.
Let's see if you can tickle the air as well.
Yes, always.
Get the one, kill the one that's within 30 feet of me, please.
Well, I ain't got time to do math.
Kill the one in front of you.
That's what I'm gonna do.
We'll boom a logic there.
All right. All the things. Leaping over to this guy.
Which guy?
The one I jumped in front of.
You kind of put yourself in between two of them.
This guy or that guy?
I thought oh, sorry. Meh.
It's in 3 dimensions, you see. All right, so you're going after this guy. Okay.
Oh, he's far.
Oh.
Yeah,
Good
one's
God.
nearer.
You.
We got to find out if fish people have souls.
And all the things. Oh, raging, bonus action, all the things. I rolled so I got a total of 13. That's including my neg 5.
That will hit.
Nice.
Cool. Go away. And damage. Uh, 15, 25, 25.
Yep. Yeah. So you hit that guy. So 25.
Yeah.
He is still up, but not looking great.
All right. Second attack. All the things again. Put that back up. Oh no. Does an 8 hit?
An 8 does not hit. Yeah, you bring your axe down it towards the slippery little fish guy, and he slips to the side, and your axe splashes down into the water.
Well, that was disappointing.
Okay, your dad axe is used to it by now.
Oh, Boomer takes 4 emotional damage.
I'm disappointed with my dad axe. He missed. Not my fault.
It's a poor craftsman who blames his possessed tools.
I blame my parent.
Sure.
That's
All right, Boomer, anything else?
Nah, that's it. I'm done.
Felix.
All right. Felix is gonna jump up here. Oh, nope. Aim, twist. There we go. And gonna look at the guy he's fighting, and going to ask him to make a System Wisdom save for Toll the Dead. All right. He gets to take 3d12 because he's missing hit points.
Ouch.
You're hitting the one that Boomer's attacking?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll damage.
Once you get that sweet soul.
45.
45?
25.
Oh, I was like, good God Almighty.
Two
Yeah, like what-
12s and a 1.
You've been doing that kind of damage more often.
It is dead.
And then I would like to make my 30-foot reaction.
Yep. So yeah, you brandish the staff in front of you. The water, the water around you in the shallows freezes. Boomer, the ice forms up around your boots. As you're standing in the shallows, and your kilt and second beard frost over and get some ice crystals forming on it. Felix, you reach out towards this creature, and you go to yank its soul from its body, and you know that feeling you get when you think it's like a full gallon of milk and you go to pick it up, but it's like almost empty, and you go wow, and like hit the top of the fridge. It feels like that. Like you yank on the staff and there's just nothing there. Like there's nothing to pull from this thing.
Sad. All right. Anyway, Jeff, go ahead, bring Skippy up. Right here and attack that guy.
Yeah, Jeff moves forward. Go ahead and attack.
Jeff. What do we get? +5. 17 do it?
17 will hit, yeah.
All right. D8. Oh, no, he'll be swinging two-handed. So D10 +3.
Jeff swinging that big D sword.
So 10. And then he'll attack again.
Yep.
Got that big D sword energy going on.
Got that big D sword energy,
Does 15 hit?
15 hits.
All right. That'll be for 5. So 15 total damage to that guy.
Yep. So Boomer, Jeff's gonna clack his teeth at you. He's got one head focusing on the target. The other one looks over at you, and kind of gives you a little skeleton flex. just showing that he went ahead and landed both of his strikes, and the head honcho finished off the other one for you. So Jeff just, he's giving you a little skeletal sass.
Yeah.
You're standing there in like kind of a little bit of a salty slushy.
And then he'll like open his rib cage for Skippy.
All right.
Let's not open the rib cage right now because I'd rather have some defense.
So this, this.
Oh no, I'm being mind controlled.
The little fish guy, being attacked by Jeff, is going to attack Jeff. You also notice, so Felix, you're kind of surveying this. You see these things don't have a lot. Like you would expect more of a fear response. Not really getting it.
Hmm.
Given that one of them, you just ripped the life out of one. The sonorous bell gongs, and one of its presumably friends or comrades or whatever drops dead. And then he's being faced by a skeleton who apparently ate a small frog.
That they should recognize.
Doesn't seem to be affected by it, but is going to attack. Jeff. You got a +3 to this. 8.
No.
And then the second one.
No.
5. So yeah, he makes a couple of jabs at Jeff. The spear goes through Jeff. Skippy, you got to kind of do a little dodge thing as the spear is being thrust through Jeff. This one here is going to move.
I haven't tried the dice on Tailspar yet. I might have to try that.
Yeah, you just throw them.
I don't trust them. Actually, I should trust them more than the D&D Beyond ones. Jeez.
It is going to move here, and then
If I roll
there.
shit,
Yeah, so
then I'm not going to trust him anymore.
So it is going to move right up here, right up in your grill, Boomer. It comes right at you. Bold as you please.
Brr.
But it has used all of its movement, or all of its action.
That's cool. It's delivery.
Now this the creature up here up on the hill is now going to take a shot at, let's see, it's going to shoot at you, Gaston, because you're kind of a nice floating target up there.
I'm on a book and he should respect knowledge.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, this is why they're evil.
Oh,
This is why.
the depravity.
Yeah, just not respecting books. All
If
right.
they make me bleed on my book, if they make me bleed my blood on this book, I will be very disappointed.
Nobody
Yeah, I
makes
thought
me
something
bleed my
totally
own blood.
different when you said bleed out of my book. So
This has a +4 to it. 6.
No.
And second attack. You.
With +4?
21.
Yeah. With a +4, yes.
Okay. And then Is that right? Yeah. So 10 damage.
Ow. I take half of that, right? Because Boomer's raging.
That's how pissed Boomer is. Everyone takes less damage.
Seems legit.
Be a pretty cool archetype.
You have a rage aura.
Yeah.
Everyone has a
Rage aura and a paladin running around together.
Yeah.
the
Everyone's
rage-
angry.
So the rage aura makes it so that you take half damage, but you also have disadvantage on all wisdom saving throws.
Ooh.
Everyone's
Bad
just
improvement.
pissed. All right, Skippy.
Skippy will have the cloak of billowing, like flutter to the side, so I'm shielded from the rest of the island as I pop open out of the rib cage and gonna poison sprayer this guy right in front of me.
Oh, nice.
So he has to make a con save.
Okay. Has a +1 to this.
He
9.
fails. So he fails and will take. Oh, nice. He is going to take. Oh, it's not adding it up for me. 26. There we go. It has 26
Ooh.
damage.
Yeah. So Skippy, you pop out. So are you jumping out of Jeff?
No, I'm just kind of gonna open the rib cage and poison sprayer out.
A cuckoo clock. A really evil.
Oh, nice.
cuckoo
Yeah.
clock.
So Jeff's ribs creak open. Your cloak billows out of Jeff's ribs. I'm thinking Todd McFarlane, sort of mid-90s, full-on Spawn cloak action. Matt, I know you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That cloak billows out, kind of comes out, and then this poison just gushes out of the front of Jeff, hits this poor little creature, and it coughs, throws up a bunch of blood, and then falls face first into the shallows.
Nice.
I'm then gonna follow up. So since that was a cantrip, I can use my warrior something, warrior alchemist. So I can now make a regular attack as a bonus action.
Yep.
Against the other dude who's in front of Boomer.
Yep.
I'll just take a regular ranged attack at him.
Boomer, prepare for damage.
20.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Boomer? Yeah, that hits Boomer.
And 7 damage for that one, and he'll have to make a con save as well, as it will be grung poisoned.
Okay, so 7 damage and then a con save.
Yep.
5.
He fails, so he will take an additional 4 damage.
Okay. That shaft, the shaft sinks into him. The wound begins to fester a little bit as that poison takes effect.
And I will then have the cloak and myself come back inside of Jeff, like nothing happened.
Nothing to see here.
The other thing,
No attention to the man behind the curtain.
Yeah.
when I came onto the island, does Skippy recognize anything now that we're here? Like any, do I remember where anything might be, or any like?
So Skippy, you get flashes of in between, like as you were stepping up onto the island, you're getting this it's sort of you're flashing between the present and the past. And in the past, it was a dark night there was a massive storm that was raging over the island, and so as you're stepping up onto it, you're seeing like you know the island that's here, and then there's like a flash of lightning, and you're seeing this dark night, and you are getting memories of coming out from the ground, and there's flashes of lightning, and of you sort of tripping and falling downhill as you were trying to avoid guard patrols and hide the best you could. And you remember coming downhill, and there was a you recall swimming out and being picked up from a boat.
Okay.
There was some fishermen, but then you don't but you don't really remember much after that.
Okay. So I don't really remember much about like if there's any entrances or anything like.
You recall coming out of the ground.
Okay. Do I remember how far that from where I came out of the ground? Do I remember how far I had to go like down to get to the water? No.
You just it was sort of a terrifying flight as you were kind of running and dodging patrols, and moving through the night. Lightning flashing everywhere, and slipping, tripping, falling. But just trying to get to the water, but you don't really, in your mind, it felt like miles.
Yeah.
But
there were like rocks. It was rocks around me where I came out from the ground.
Was it rocks around you?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No, you came out of the ground, and it was stone.
Yeah. Okay.
Not rocks, but like cut stone.
Okay, so it was like a man-made entrance or like a purpose-built entrance. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I would relay that to the group then through the mind link. Like there's an entrance that's I remember an entrance that was made like built and not like a cave. So if anyone sees anything like that.
Gaston starts showing images of all the various entrances he's found over his years.
Not now, Gaston.
No.
Jeez, don't want to rile up Felix again.
Felix, how long does the mental connection last?
1 hour.
So yeah, that connection's probably gone at this point.
Gaston shares the entrances with his telepathy with Skippy anyway.
Skippy will just giggle inside of Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff's bones rattle a little bit as Skippy giggles inside. Nico.
Okay, I will cast darkness on.
Oh, this worked out well for you last game.
Yeah, this has worked real good. On this guy's on the shirt this guy is wearing.
Yep.
So everything within 15 feet of him suddenly gets swallowed in inky darkness.
Right. So can you attach it to him?
You can attach it to an object. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's a point of my choice, and it says darkness emanates from an object and moves with it, basically.
You probably can't do it on something that's worn.
It says a point you choose within range.
Pretty sure that
if the point you choose is on an object you are holding or one that isn't being worn or carried. Okay.
Yeah.
The darkness emanate. Okay, so I can't cast it on something he's carrying.
Yeah,
right.
Please don't give Ed that tool.
I'll cast it on. Presumably, I can see like some pebbles or something near his feet.
Oh yeah. There's rocks and stuff up there. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll cast it on like a bit of rock by his foot.
Yep. Yeah. So you reach your hand out, and this inky stain flows from you up the like it doesn't go in the air between you and the goblin. It looks like it flows up the rock and the land, comes up to the goblin, and then looking like like a drop of food coloring in water, just goes, sort of blooms out
I thought they were
into the air
Skippy.
around this goblin.
The goblins, not mini Skippies.
Sorry, that's the figure it is, but it's not actually a goblin.
Okay.
That's just the mini that's there, but it's not actually a goblin. Sorry.
It's
And
Hoppy
then-
Skippington.
I will cunningly dash from where I am to here, which will put me just in the bottom of the darkness, I believe.
Yeah. It should. Let's see. 3. So what is it? 15 feet.
15 feet, yeah.
Yeah. So you're just inside the.
Yeah, so I'm just going
Just inside the-
to dash out from my hiding hole and sprint into the bottom of the darkness.
Nice. You can hear this thing yelling and screaming in a language you don't understand.
Yeah. I can see him as well, of course, which is nice.
Right.
Yeah, and then obviously nothing. The guys behind him can't see through that darkness either, so that gives the guys down on the beach some more cover as well.
Yeah. It's sort of this impenetrable black ball that has formed up around this goblin.
Yeah. And that is
I keep
turn.
saying goblin. Sorry, not
frog-like Skippy.
frog. Yeah, frog-like creature.
Cool. Yeah, that is my turn.
All right. And this guy. When you cast that, this guy is going to notice that.
Why are we fighting all these goblins?
The Skippies.
They're Skippies, not goblins. Sorry, I'm limited on limited on minis.
My immersion is lost.
You're out of it.
That's
Just
it.
completely
Yeah.
out of it.
Just about handle like the lack of roundness, but with the
Why is this island so square?
Actually, he's got. He probably actually goes up like that. Okay. All right. So this guy is now going to act.
Does
Sees
Gaston
this.
not get to go?
Oh nope. There you go. Sorry. Yep. You're up.
Thank you. I'm going to move over to a little rock shelf. Scooch down so I'm no longer in primary arrow firing pathways,
Okay.
and have the highlighted fishman make a dex save DC 17 for some sacred flame.
Dex save coming up. +0 to this.
Ooh, yay.
Burn them good.
For 20 points of damage.
Nice.
He is still up, but badly hurt.
And
You
that
should
is
leave it for
Gaston.
Boomer to keep his rage.
Yeah. So Gaston, are you? I mean, I'm guessing you're also kind of sucked up as tight as you can get against these rocks.
Yes, slightly underneath even.
Yeah, up under the overhang there, like trying to get shelter from above.
Yes, I was not terribly appreciative of clicking on my book
Yeah.
or of getting
who
shot
is?
without permission.
All right, this guy is now going to. Oops.
Skippy should be inside of Jeff, by the way. I forgot to move Skippy's mini last when I could.
Okay. Okay. And this guy is going to give it a go. Is going to shoot at you, Felix.
Okay.
Let me see. Does he?
Thank you.
Yeah, he's got a line of sight. Yeah, put that up there for me.
Yep, just.
Yeah, he's got a nice line of sight towards you. Of course, he sees this thing go up, and he naturally assumes the wizard did it. And so he sees the thing with the staffs and the books, and all right.
Why does rule number 1 kill the casters? That doesn't seem fair. I think rule number 1 should kill the barbarian because he can take it.
What?
That's 17, Felix.
There's no killing.
Oh, sorry, 19. 19, Felix.
Am I able to see it coming?
You tell me. Is Felix paying attention to the things up on the cliff, or is he paying attention to the fish guys in front?
I gotta say, with just one guy here, I feel like he'd be facing the rest of the battle, because
Like,
Boomer
yeah,
and-
looking up towards the thing. Okay, yeah. So yeah, you see it coming. You see this this archer, this fish, this frog-like archer thing up on the cliff. Take a shot at you.
yeah, I would shield then. Be like, no.
Second. Yeah, so you put the shield up, and 2 arrows go pung pung, slamming into your arcane barrier.
No.
Nice.
All right, so that was that. Boomer.
Hey.
It's killing time.
All the things. There are dice on the ground.
So 19.
19, take away 5.
Yeah. So yeah, 14 hits.
Cool. So he'll take. I should probably just do it over here. Here's a D12. Oh no, I don't want 2 D12s. No, I don't want 2 D12s. There's do 1 D12. I re-roll it.
Yep. Perfect.
Motherfucker!
Ouch.
See,
Well
this is
rolled.
why I stopped using Tailspire.
Well, I think my question has been answered. So let's see here. Let's see.
I love how superstitious
10.
like
20.
role players are. Like just nope, those dice are cursed.
Yep. 20.
Yeah. So yeah, you hit him and split his poor little fishy self in twain.
Yay. All right. Is that all that's left on the beach?
That you can see, yeah.
All right, Boomer will start making his way up the cliff. So how
Okay.
far is it up there? Let's see. I guess I could take a measurement thing. Oh,
So it's 30 feet or so to there, and then another 10 feet or so up to there. What's your
Boomer
movement?
will 40.
So yeah, you can get to about there, up to that first ledge right there.
There
There you go.
Boomer jumps.
Yeah, so you just make a mighty, sort of, couple of running after you smash your axe into this thing, couple of steps to get up some speed, and then just leap up onto the ledge, snarling and foaming at the mouth.
And then these guys up here, that I'm, I guess, heading towards.
Oh, and that there's a big globe of darkness. That big ball you see there is a big globe of darkness.
Oh, all right. I don't see any other Skippy men.
From where you're at, you can't really see any of them because the other one's kind of behind the thing. So yeah, you can't really see them. Let me see. Hold on. If I do this, and oh, where'd that globe go?
Oh, maybe I right clicked. Sorry, hang on.
One jab. Yeah, you can't really see that other guy. Oh, you can see this. I think. Let me see if you can see this guy over here. You can't see that guy over there. Nope, you can't see any other enemies.
All right. Yep, that's my turn.
All right. This guy, he sees all of this happening. As you guys are fighting, you see this bright like light for this rocket shoot up into the air like a flare. Shoots from this guy here and just goes straight up into the air. Up into the air, and then
There's a guy right here?
This guy right here, yeah. You, let me see, can you see him?
No, there's nobody there for me to see.
Yeah, so you can't see. So, but you do see this flare originate from that area, kind of goes and bursts into the air.
Marka!
And then he yells, now all of China knows you're here.
That's fine, as long as nobody else does.
All right, Felix.
Well, since I saw that guy now,
I'll make a man out of you.
I basically want to pick the edge of this tree branch, which I think is there. And that'd be a little bit higher than that. I think, maybe.
Okay. So yeah, you want to hit the tree branch? So like somewhere up here?
Yeah. Oh, shoot. I think that's 120 feet. But like that one of the end branches, if that's like that is further west. So I can get that guy up here.
All right, so you want to hit like one of the branches. So you're looking for this tree right here, and you want to hit over here.
Yeah, it's not clipping to the far one, so it should be like another 5 feet higher and west.
Okay.
So I'll do a sickening radiance over there.
Oh, this is like Nico's favorite.
God damn it, Felix!
So yeah, you want to cast it. What's the range on it? 120 feet?
120 feet and then 30 foot.
Yeah. So I mean, you got plenty of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you cast sickening. When you see this cloud go up, you're like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and throw this on that, this tree that I can see over. Like I'm gonna target that, the point there, and this, this miasma, this green roiling miasma shot through with black and purple tendrils, expands in this sphere centered on that tree branch.
And then I will hide with Gaston over here at this little cave thing.
a little Gaston foot comes out and like kicks you out. And says, this is my hiding spot.
And then we'll have where are we?
Actually, I'm totally okay if he blocks the entrance for arrows.
We'll have Jeff kind of step up to here also.
Okay.
And that way Skippy can come out and shoot.
Okay.
Skippy chooses.
If Skippy chooses. All right. And then this guy is dead black. Take him out of the thing. All right. So now this, I think it's this one, right? Yeah. This guy in the darkness, he's just like, you know, it's dark all around him. Doesn't quite know what is going on. Does know, because he's very familiar with the surroundings, does sort of know his way around, and is just going to back up. But let's make sure that he, let's see how he does on his survival. With advantage, so that's 9. 9 plus that, so he's a 10. Yeah, so he's able to not fall off the rock as he moves back, but he's moving very slowly, so he's only at half speed. So he's not able to navigate this super quickly. So he can only get to basically the very edge of the darkness.
Does he want to go that way?
And then, you know, what's up?
Well, he can't see.
He doesn't know anything's back there.
No, I know,
Like,
but does that put him?
He might be in range.
Let's see. It puts him. Let's see. So yeah, right about there. Say.
Oh dear. Yep.
Yep. So he comes out. He goes. You know, he's fumbling through the darkness. All he knows is that he's got to back up. So he's trying to back up off this thing, and then suddenly he kind of comes out of the, you know, halfway through the darkness. He kind of stumbles out into the darkness, and then he becomes violently ill. He's got to make a what now?
16 con save.
Woo.
Yeah.
That's 16.
Okay.
These guys are a little bit harder than the fish folk. Actually, 17. Sorry, 17.
So 12, he'll take half.
He'll take half. Okay.
6, and he is now 1 level. Oh no, he's not exhausted.
Yeah, he made the save, but he takes 12.
Oh no, sorry. They take nothing.
Oh, he takes nothing.
Yeah, it's all or none.
Wow.
He takes nothing. He feels fine. So yeah, he will get to there and will continue to move. He will use his action to continue to, continue to move into the thing. But he is a little bit confused. He just came out of the darkness and suddenly he's getting sick and he can't really identify like where the hell this is coming from. And he sees his friend over here, and they're gabbling back and forth. Nico, you can hear this, you can't really see it. They're gabbling back and forth between the two. But the other one's like, I don't know, man. The air got bad. Like and he is just going to move right back here towards this cliff. Okay.
Skippy.
All right, Skippy.
Woo. Skippy is going to attack. So pop out from Jeff, billowing cloak again, and attack this guy up here.
Yeah. Okay.
Regular grung. Yeah, regular attack. First one, 24.
Hit.
Second one, ooh, crit.
Oh.
Nice.
Very nice.
Third one, Oh, Skippy's on fire. 27.
Yeah, all hits plus a crit.
Yeah.
I'm
So,
about to have a real bad day.
so this is going to go terribly bad after. I'm getting rolling well now. So I'll roll for damages on the first two, the regular ones. So 7 and 7 and 7, and then the crit. So that will be
9 plus D8.
1d8. It's max damage plus d8, isn't it? So
Yep.
so 13 plus 8. No, 13 plus a d8 then.
Plus a D8. Yep.
And my I'll roll the d8. 4. So
17 plus 14, so 31 total.
yeah.
Woo!
That's
Ah,
legit.
it's not bad. And I guess this will have to make a con save as well.
3 times.
3 con saves.
3 con saves, yeah. And it's a DC 12 for the grown poison.
Okay. So these guys have a +2. So first roll. Fail.
Nice.
Second roll. Fail.
See, Tailspire rolls low.
Yeah.
Third. A little bit better, but nah, didn't make. So yeah, he failed all 3 of those.
Nice. So first extra is 3 plus 5, so 8 plus another 3, 11 extra.
11.
12
11 extra.
Is it 11?
Nice.
11.
Skippy did some damage on a round.
Right?
Yeah, 11.
To the
11.
enemy.
It's because they look like me. I think.
I think that just about balanced the scales there.
How much damage did I do that round? That was like
You did
39.
31 plus 11, so
Oh yes,
40,
42.
42.
Nice.
That must
That's
be
the
a
answer.
record for me. Yeah. It's because I'm inside a Jeff. Extra stability.
That's right.
All that depression keeping you calm and able to focus.
I'll then bring the cloak back in and tuck myself back up inside the ribs. Oh, I can actually move. Where am I? I should move to be where Jeff is. There we go.
I miss Asperin's crotch.
It
Bit
was
more
warm
roomy
and
in here,
it was
but
warm and
it's
safe.
warmer in there. It's harder to fire arrows out of Azkern's crotch, so. But quite cinematically effective.
Yeah. All right, Skippy,
The
you good?
poison sprayer is best. Yeah, I'm good.
Any movement or anything?
No, only shuffling around in the rib cage.
Okay. All right. Nico.
All right. So now I can see this stupid, sickening radiance thing here again.
Yeah. Do you have like a small nom-size flashback or
Yeah, so I'm just
non-style
having
flashback?
like a bad. It's just like a bad dream.
Here, I'll hold that for you.
Oh, thanks. Okay.
Go. It's
So,
like a couple feet further west.
yeah. No, that's okay. I can get. So, yeah, I'm going to hop up onto the rock here.
Yeah.
See this guy. See these guys in front of me. I'm going to. Yes.
Rush in.
No. I'm going to charge into the sickening radiance and cripple myself again. And I'll shoot this guy in the back with my crossbow.
Okay.
So I have advantage. for being.
Well, you're
darkness.
in the darkness.
Yeah, that's
So
yeah.
he can't see you.
Yeah. Roll. Oh man, that sucks. 14.
You have advantage on this.
Yep. I rolled a 6 and a 4.
14 does not hit.
Oh man, what?
So you pop out. You're all, ha ha! And the bolt gets very close to him. It zings right past his head and hits the rock. And he looks back, but I mean, all he can see is darkness.
So can I don't know.
Jeff laughs. He doesn't know why.
Yeah. I'll just can I just squat down and pick up the rock that I cast darkness on with my free hand?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'll do that.
Yeah. So the darkness shifts like 2.5 feet up as you pick the rock up.
Yeah.
Just throw it at the guy.
Maybe in a minute. But for now, I think I'll just just move a little away from the edge here, and do I want to move?
Move forward.
Hang on.
So you use double your move to get up the rock.
Yeah, so I can't really move much more than this without. Well, I've got a cunning action I could use, I suppose.
Yeah.
I will actually. Where's this guy up here? How far is this guy away? Yeah. Okay. I will just move into this little thing here with my cunning action.
Okay.
And that will be my turn, I think.
Can
Perfect.
you put up your big ball of blackness so we know?
Yeah,
Where
just
it
putting
is?
it back. Yeah, just putting it back up.
Ah, nuts. That went my plan.
It's always evolving. Always things are happening. Gaston.
Yeah. Gaston pops up out from his current hiding place and dashes forward to a new hiding place.
Okay. Where shall you dash to? Did you
I don't know,
lose
I think
yourself
I've
again?
lost myself underneath
Yeah,
the
I got
rock.
Yeah, I got you. Hold on. And Gaston. Whoop, there you go.
I was gonna go to there. So to there.
Okay.
I was gonna take a shot at the guy who was up there, but there's this big blob of darkness that sort of just cut off my vision.
Yeah, a lot of darkness.
Yes. So instead, I will go ahead and use thaumaturgy to boom out a battle cry to Ogma. Knowledge! And that'll be the end of my action.
Nice. Yeah. So this echoing cry rolls across the island. I mean, in this massive, booming voice. Knowledge, and dust and rocks shake down off the castle.
Well, it's a
The
big
ruins.
booming voice. It sounds like Chris Tucker, but it's a big booming
Right, but
voice.
still, it's very big.
And that's the end for me.
Okay. All right.
What's the range on your telekinetic shoving, Gaston?
30 feet,
Hmm.
I think. It's not terribly far.
And then this guy needs to roll.
Yeah, 30 feet.
No.
And I can move them 5 feet either towards or away from me. The funny thing is, there's no limitation to size. It's just creature.
Just creature, yeah, and you can shove it.
Dragon, shove. Bring it.
Although 5 feet for a dragon is kind of like just like that. I guess.
But it's the fact that something smaller than his hangnail was able to do it.
All right. Couple of archers coming up next. All right, so this one, so Gaston, you are pretty well hidden. This guy, let's see, does he have, can he see anyone?
Awful lot of big black thing there.
Yeah, awful lot of stuff in the way. Can't really see Boomer. Because somebody put out a thing. Gaston, give me a so you said you're so you kind of hid behind this rock. Give me a stealth check.
Oh, sure. It's actually one of my highlighted skills with a mighty 11.
11.
All right, so yeah, this guy knows that you're there. So you're kind of tucked into the rock there.
But he can't see me through the blackness.
Oh, that's right. Probably can't see you through the blackness.
Yeah, because otherwise I would have shot him with something. But I can't
That might
see
be
him.
racist.
Aren't you disadvantaged with armor?
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, can't see Gaston. Can't see.
Oh, I thought
can't
it
see
rolled
Boomer.
9 and 2. Haha.
So so this guy's just gonna fire into the blackness. Thinking he's like, I don't know, it moved. Something's in there. He's just gonna fire into the blackness at disadvantage, obviously, because he's just kind of aiming for the middle, but he can't see. So this is +4. So 7. And then he will try again. So 11. So yeah, Nico, there's a couple of arrows. Yeah, a couple of arrows go flying in, but you don't. They don't hit you, but you can hear them bouncing off the rock. So stuff's coming in at you, but you can see him. Actually, you can see him shooting at you, but he's not. You can tell that he can't see you.
Yeah.
I have to admit, that is one of the greater cheating abilities. I'm in darkness, but I can see you.
Yep. It's a great combination of abilities.
Yeah, it's crazy because if you look at Devil Sight, it doesn't work in low light.
Yep.
It only works in pitch black.
Interesting.
So like shadows and stuff, it doesn't really work, but in pitch blackness, he can see.
I need it to be darker. What?
Yeah, make it darker.
Right. Yeah, it's kind of like, so if it's like in low light conditions, doesn't really function, but as soon as it gets pitch black, all of a sudden, bling. Oh, have you guys seen that? You guys seen that show Sweet Tooth?
No, not yet. I've seen it all over the place on Netflix.
It's pretty good, but there's an effect where the kid with the antlers, it's at night, and you can see his eyes, his eyes are glowing. It's creepy as hell. You're like, ugh. All right, this guy's gonna go, and I think he actually has a shot at Boomer, who's the only one he can see.
I attacked what's his face with it recklessly my last turn.
All right, so he will have advantage on this. So that's +4, so 17.
Yeah, that hit me.
Okay, and then the second one.
Dude.
21.
No.
Nope. Very narrow range, very narrow window.
You can only hit me with a natural 17. Anything else, it misses.
All right, and then this.
The armor class works, right?
So 7 plus 4, so 11 damage, Boomer. So 5 since you're raging.
Cool.
As you know, couple of arrows come sailing down. Sticking into you as you're kind of wading through them like rain.
You
Might
know,
look like Skippy,
I've only
but
been
they're not
shot
as good.
once, but I think I've still taken more damage than Boomer.
It's true. only took one arrow, but yeah, still not as much as as Boomer. Boomer, you're up.
Breaking, bro. Do I see where the arrows came from?
Yeah, you see this guy. You see this guy way over here.
Jesus. Why are you so far away?
That's
Hey,
that
you can throw your
longbow
axe that
action.
far.
Yeah.
If you want to wait, Boomer, I can cast Sanctuary on you. If you want to hold action.
Casting Sanctuary on the barbarian. Felix.
Is that concentration, Felix?
Nope.
No.
Oh, good.
He's now
As long as he
completely
doesn't
invincible.
attack someone or
That's why
cast
I'm
a
laughing
spell
at-
that affects a creature, it'll stay on him
Right.
for the minute.
Nice.
Or one.
Just long enough to close that distance.
Oh, I mean, I don't care if he shoots at me or anything. That just means that I
Maintain
Yeah, good
rage.
maintain rage.
Throw your axe at him. Doesn't that count?
No, it has to be a melee attack.
No.
Never mind. I won't do that.
Well, run up and punch Gaston.
That's fine. I'll run up 40 feet. I don't know how.
So about there.
Okay.
Yeah. See. Yes. Yeah. That's fine. Good.
And I'll move again. Another
Okay.
40 feet.
So from there, and then you'll go another 40 feet. So
Nice.
straight forward, I'm
Yep.
guessing. About there.
Wanted to get all up in his grill. Look at me, look at me. And hey, why not? Bonus action, big.
Bonus action, slap the thing, give me a Constitution saving throw.
He's going
Right.
big.
DC 12.
I gotta take roll with advantage on. There we go. Oh. 16.
Yeah, it'll do it. So yeah, Boomer charging. As he's charging forward, he's running up this hill. He slaps his hand, completes the tattoo. The tattoo flares with light as he's charging up this hill. With each step, he's growing larger and larger as he climbs the hill. And the creatures at the top, it's tough to tell because he's moving forward, and they're like, "Is he getting? How fast is he moving? Because he's getting much bigger, much faster than it seems like he should." But they notice that he's standing much taller relative to these trees than he was before. Nicely done. All right, this guy who is starting inside the radiance, he's got to make a DC 17,
16.
16 con saving throw plus 2.
Ooh.
He's okay.
Darn it.
See, Tailspire rolls high.
Yeah, against me.
It's just when Ed rolls high, I think is the rule.
Yeah, I would say it's an Ed thing. Although he did roll 2 1s and a 2
That's
for
true.
I
con
rolled
save.
2
That's
1s in a
true.
row, right? 2 1s and a 2. So,
Yeah, makes Skippy's epic moment even more epic.
Yeah. Extra poison.
this is a Skippy story. So we're really trying to throw a spotlight on Skippy.
Appreciate
All right, this guy is not too pleased with this, and has figured out what's happening and wants to move away. Away.
Doesn't want to get eaten by the barbarian.
Doesn't want to get eaten by the sick.
Or get turned into an exhausting pile of goo.
Is going to move. Is just going downhill, which is way easier than going uphill, as it turns out.
Kind of like traveling south is easier than traveling north.
Right.
Always feels like going downhill.
Is going to just sort of slip and fall out. Oops. Down the hill. Moves down like that. Notices that he can breathe a little easier and is relieved. And then is going to move again. Let's see. Where can he
I was hoping Gaston could have shoved him back into it.
I can move right down there. Whoop, and we'll move here. Wow. It's like, he turns around and looks back and he sees this roiling mass of just virulent sickness. He's like, what the hell?
There's a lot of stuff going on.
Are they shouting in Simic?
What's up?
Are they shouting in Simic or some local language?
They are shouting in it's kind of this, it's Simic, but it's garbled. It doesn't sound quite right. The words, I mean, you can tell what they're saying, and it's mostly kind of what you would expect. Ah, he's over there, or watch out for that. Oh my God, do you see how big he got? Why is it so dark? Things like that, but it sounds, it sounds like almost like children speaking. They're not making the words quite right.
Yeah, but we don't make fun of Nico for it either.
But that's just when he's drunk. So
a
lot of time, yeah. So yeah, he's gonna go ahead of Skippy still. Right there.
I just realized I've been forgetting to add my. I'm wearing those
braces of
archery.
Yeah, so I should have been getting an extra. Now I've attuned to them on, so it should automatically add the extra damage now. But,
yeah, it should.
Yeah. So I should have had a +2 on like an extra 6 damage on all of the last ranged attacks.
Oh, really?
Mm.
Let's see. Ooh, he's really hurt now. Okay. Hold on a second. Let me add you in. You were up here. We need to add you in.
So that was the guy that shot the flare that was moving down the hill?
Yeah.
Okay.
That is correct. You guys kind of kicked up a horse. You guys don't really do stealth. Kind of kicked up a hornet's nest. Not really your thing.
We have one person who does stealth and 4 people who don't.
Yeah. I can do stealth.
I mean, it's kind of like.
And then we have Nico. So technically, we have one person who does stealth, Nico, and then there's Boomer, Felix, Gaston.
Got a +6 to stealth. I'm almost.
I mean,
stealth.
we're essentially like it's the same thing with the Avengers, you know.
Yeah.
They got Black Widow, you know, does stealth, and then it's like, oh, there's the Hulk and Thor and Iron Man. Not exactly the most subtlest of peoples.
Right there.
That means you're Black Widow, Nico.
Could be worse.
You could be Hawkeye.
Could be Hawkeye.
Could be Hawkeye.
Oh.
That is the truth. Okay.
Hawkeye gets no love.
I always feel sorry for Hawkeye.
He's actually
Nobody
pretty cool.
would know.
He is pretty
Nobody
cool.
would know.
I like his he's got a really good
Oh.
comic book series done by Matt Fraction.
Hmm.
I saw that, Ed. What was that involving?
Initiative. You got I'm rolling initiatives.
Oh, there's more thingies.
It's almost like when they sent the flare up, it may have attracted some attention from.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, weird.
yeah, that's weird. Okay, which one are you? There's that one. Okay, Felix.
All right. I guess I'll poke my head out and aim at that guy. Oop, not from Jeff. And I'll just try and hit him with the punching bag. Or has he been hit yet? I don't think he looks full health.
No,
Yeah.
he's okay. He's
Yeah.
okay.
All right, I'll hit him with a white hook, hopefully.
Yep.
Yes, I will. So that's a crit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'll do.
So I'll do 3d8,
Nice.
and then I will roll the 3d8. Oh no, I get to just double the dice, right?
So
Is it max?
you can either take max damage or double the dice. Your choice.
Double the
You're
dice,
feeling lucky?
66. I didn't matter.
A thoroughly average roll.
Yep, 24.
Well done. All right, so yeah, he takes 24 damage. Yeah, you hit him with the white hook.
Yep. And then I will poke my head back down and have Jeff start to migrate over here.
Jeff.
Right there.
Okay.
And then he will also shoot with his little hand crossbow.
Okay.
And what we got? +4.
Dong.
17 do it?
17 will do it.
All right. D6 +2. For 5 piercing damage.
Okay.
And that's it.
Okay. Well done. All right. This one. Oh God, there's another one right there. I gotta add that one too. Hold on. Let's see. Boomer, but I had a Jeff somewhere in there. There we go. And this guy too. Oh, apparently, can I not add anymore?
We have capacity.
It's like,
Oh, no,
I
no.
maxed out the bad guys. I can't add more. How strange.
Oh, it's limited to 1,024 bad guys.
Oh,
Oh yeah, these guys. And let's see where they land initiative wise.
Ed then is like, what happens if you Furia transform a bad guy?
14, so they're ahead of Felix.
I think that's what the Sickening Radiance does.
Probably.
Okay. All right. This guy, seeing that there is damage, he's going to move up here. And he is going to start preparing some surprises. All right, next.
So you go into the Radiance?
Huh? No, he's nowhere close to it.
Oh, okay.
This guy is actually in the Radiance. He's starting his turn there. He must roll con +2.
Oh man,
Okay.
you're rolling
So I don't know why you would complain about the Sickening Radiance, Nico. Like these, I mean,
It's-
you know, these
high. It seems to not
fish,
really do anything, you know. It's like
yeah, these fish things are like they're like, I don't know, man, it's fine.
It's like disco lighting.
He is going to step back and away from the horrible toxic cloud.
Ooh.
So he is out of it because you move right up into there. There we go. All right. And this guy, who are you? Oh yeah, who is still in the toxic cloud, starting his turn there. So he's got to roll +2. Oh, he fails.
Yay!
How much damage are we talking?
Ryan, for your cloud, how much damage?
12.
Yay!
And a layer and a level of exhaustion.
Andy's glowing.
And he's glowing. Cool.
All right. And then he is going to climb up here. So that's, let's see. So that's his one whole movement action. And then he is going to move away with his other one because he doesn't like to be sick.
Yes, get in one close group with all your other friends.
He's going to move over here. All right. Good. And next one. Where are you at? That one. Ah, okay.
So everyone is currently out of the cloud, right?
Yeah, everyone's out of the cloud. Actually, he's gonna go just up the steps. Like right there. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay, he's right there. Skippy, you're up.
He's gonna take a shot at this guy in front of me. This one.
Okay.
Bless you.
Garzente.
Thank you.
Okay. Oh, 16.
Hits.
Hey. Can I, if I'm doing 3 attacks, I can attack like different guys on each round if I want to, right?
That is correct.
Yeah, but I'll attack the same guy. Nearly a crit. 23 and
Hit.
15.
Hit.
Nice. Okay. Then damages for all three is. Ooh, yeah, this is nice with this bonus. That was max damage on that one. 13 plus. Nice again. 13 plus 13
Wow.
plus
Nice.
10. So 36.
26, 36.
36
be-
damage.
Damage plus.
Must be more arrow
three.
than.
Yeah.
Yeah, you.
Skippy's
you
finally shooting those arrows with the pointy end.
Yeah. Something's
That's what I've been
happening.
doing wrong.
And 3
yeah.
con checks as well.
Suddenly, maybe some of the stuff that was taught to Skippy early on is coming back to Skippy. It's
Finding my roots.
So you bury three shafts in quick succession into him, and he drops like a stone while he's trying to run towards Felix.
Nice. Felix, can you act on this?
Tap tap.
I was kind of peeking, or I was hiding behind the stone without hiding. Was I able to see what was happening?
The goblin falls and slides to a stop with its head kind of hanging over the ledge, and you can see one arrow protruding out of his shoulder.
Let's see if the goblins or if the Skippies have a soul.
No offense, Skippy.
Yeah, go ahead.
So 16 con save to go on the staff.
Yeah, so you raise the staff as this thing slides forward, and you hold up the staff, and nothing happens.
Oh,
Yeah,
Skippy.
that same sort of empty pulling motion. You pull it, and there's nothing.
They're not like me. They're not like me.
Frogs don't have souls.
They're not the prime, the Skippy prime.
Yeah.
I think Skippy's about to have a sort of Rutger Hauer moment, I think.
So,
I want
existential
more life.
It just starts raining.
Yeah, sorry. The dove for some reason.
yeah, just doves.
Yeah.
Time to die. Doves.
Reminds me of there's this comedy show. It's about like these people that work at like a Walmart kind of place, and someone's like upset because there's like a dead bird, and she asks one of the other coworkers like, "Do birds have souls? Do they go to heaven?" And this other guy's like, "No, birds don't have souls. They just become dirt." And she just destroyed. It reminds me of what's going on here with Skippy.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, that's
Skippy,
a comedy.
Yeah. Everyone laughed at that, right?
Hilarious. Skippy, are you gonna move?
No, I'm gonna keep tucked up inside of Jeff.
Okay.
Gonna rock backwards and forwards slowly.
Nico.
Pretend that I didn't see that
Yeah.
the other Skippy has no soul.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty tough to unsee that.
I am going to actually aim this time and shoot this guy who's up on the ledge above me.
Yep.
Let's see if I can actually hit something. It'd be kind of nice. Roll. Oh, that's better. 27.
Yeah, hits.
All right. Oops, sorry, that's the wrong damage. Hang on.
If you throw the darkness rock at them, I'm sure they'll have disadvantage on a deck save.
What the dunk?
Well, and then oof.
Although I like that idea
God.
too.
Okay, so that's 5 damage to start. It's just amazing rolling. Oh, that's a bit better. So 20 damage total.
Yep.
20 piercing. So thunk, and then I shall I could throw the darkness rock at him, but I'm hiding in the darkness. So, you know.
Well, I mean, if there's a bunch of them,
yeah,
to make them fail an AOE deck save.
oh yeah, that would be pretty amusing. So this, where does the sickness? The sickness is just over. Okay, just over there.
Yeah, let me get you.
Don't worry about where the sickness is. You just move.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
And it's
never
a
been
little
problem.
bit further to the west than that.
Yeah, here, let me
Okay.
do this. Hold on a second.
Just move the
Felix.
tree.
No, I'm gonna give you something to stick it to. Woo.
Did you shrink that tree?
No.
Oh, you spin a rock up there. Cool.
There you go.
That's cool.
So now you should be able to put it on that rock, I think. Like that.
Yeah, there we go. Balance in the rock. Ding. There you go, Nico.
Okay.
Man, it's like honestly, Felix is like, I mean, you just see this like desiccated like rogue figure like stepping
Yeah.
forward, just raising up their hand, just like this big cloud of virulent sickness. Like you're like, that's terrifying.
Good thing Rick
And
isn't
then
watching.
Setting out these
Yeah.
ghostly skeletal hands to tear your heart out. That's also
Right.
not cool.
I'm gonna scamper
guys.
up the cliffside here, taking care
Okay.
to not enter the deathly horror.
Don't slip. Don't
It's
slip.
not that bad. If you're tough enough, it doesn't even do anything to you.
Or if you're Ed, apparently.
Look, man, you saw the rolls. I'm not fudging anything here.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Saw something. Yeah. And then, is that?
I saw something. I don't know what that was. Who knows?
Okay, so he now gets enveloped by the darkness.
I've got a plan.
And that, I think actually, is that? That's like half. How much movement would it take to get up this cliff here?
So yeah, because you did some climbing, so you
Yeah.
lost, double whatever the distance is.
Yeah, because that was like, I was down here.
Yep.
So that was like a whole movement to get to here, right?
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
And then I'd need another, so I could actually get up here. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna come all the way up, using my cunning action to scamper up here, and just gonna press myself up against the wall.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, and that is.
Give me a stealth check. How quiet are you?
Yeah.
Like this thing's because you're right next to this guy.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
quiet are you?
Sneaky. Pretty sneaky. 21.
Pretty sneaky. Okay. Let's get.
And you're in pitch black.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just like to hear, like how quiet are you?
Yeah.
I mean, not to see him, like just how quiet
Yeah.
are you being, like as you're moving across this stone.
Yeah.
So let's give him a perception check. Yeah, he doesn't. He can't locate you.
No.
Okay, this one. Where are you? All right. Going to move forward. He's going to maintain that vantage point. There.
Are they supposed to be hidden, or is that just Tailspire being weird?
What do you mean?
They only appear if you have a line of sight, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
got it.
So I can see I can see who has a line of sight and who doesn't.
Oh, cool.
Pretty cool. That's a nice.
So when I right click on something, a little eyeball pops up that says this thing can see this other unit, but
That's
you
really
won't be able
cool.
to see it unless you
Yeah.
have line of sight.
That
really
makes
cool.
more sense why that one person disappeared after I moved. I'm like,
Yeah.
there was a person there.
Ah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Because I was wondering, like, oh, could I attack that guy? But then I know if I can see him, then yes.
Yeah, that means you can see him. Yeah,
Nice. Okay.
cool, right?
That is
Yeah.
cool.
Hey, Nico, my
Yeah?
ball is bigger than your ball.
It's not about the size of the ball. Not about the size of the ball.
It's about
Yeah.
how much damage it. No. It's,
It's about the content.
that's right.
Density? Because it's so dark, it's super dense, right?
Uh,
Sorry.
yes, that must be it. Darkness definitely isn't an absence of stuff usually.
All right.
But dark matter. That's like super dense.
You've let all the darkness in.
I once in high school, I once told so this girl we were really good friends on the swim team together, and she used to give me a ride and everything. And I told her
Yes, she
that.
did.
Good Lord. I told her that, God, Deb, why are you filthy? You're the filthiest one in the group, Deb. So I told her, we were on the way to school, and I told her that, that there was no such thing as light emitters. Everything was a dark sucker. So I told her that, I was like, well, and she's like, what do you mean? I was like, well, so, when you light a candle and then when it goes out, like you see that, like how it's like dark on the wick. And she goes, yeah, well, that's the stain from the darkness that was being sucked into it. And she goes, what? I'm like, yeah. I was like, well, like, look, have you ever been standing in a well-lit room and then you open up a closet and you feel that like whoosh? And she goes, yeah. I'm like, that's all the darkness being sucked out of that closet into the light room. And she goes, I said, so that's not true. I'm like, yeah. I said, when a light burns out, that means it's absorbed its maximum level of darkness and it can't absorb anymore. And so that's why it doesn't work. Well, I assumed that she knew I was kidding. Like she knew that it was like, obviously this was a joke. That is untrue. And she went that day and argued with her physics teacher for like 5-10 minutes in front of the entire class. No. My friend Ed told me that no, they don't emit light. Like, what do you mean photon? No, it's a dark particle that gets absorbed, and that's why we can see it, because all the darkness is absorbed.
Oh man.
It turns out that a high school age girl does not like to be embarrassed in front of their entire class, arguing a bunch of bullshit that some asshole told her.
Did she stop giving you a ride after that?
The next day when I got in the car the next day and she slugged me like as hard as she could.
Weird.
And I was like, what the hell? And she's like, you asshole. I argued with my physics professor about that darkness thing that you told me. And I was like, oh. She goes, yeah. Oh.
So,
Yeah.
for future blackmail purposes, you may not want to say stories like this while being recorded.
Well, I mean, who's gonna blackmail me? I didn't look like the idiot.
It's true.
Well, the main point, who's actually watching our video?
Yeah, I mean,
Either of our
yeah,
viewers
it was pretty funny. I thought it was later. She thought it was funny maybe later, not at the time, maybe.
It's been a long time.
Track her
We
down
can
and
forward it
like
now.
skip forward to like hour three and a half in this video and tell us what you think.
Okay. This one, who is this? God, there's so many. You guys. So I'll just tell you guys, when I designed this particular encounter, I envisioned there would be a lot more stealth going on and like, oh, sneaking past patrols and like, oh, we got to make our way over the terrain.
Yeah.
And
I have a question. Have you GM'd for this group before?
it seems like in hindsight, it really does seem foolish to have assumed that would be
Nico
what
has
was
done
happening.
like stealth attacks before, like when me and Boomer went to fight the Zentarum slave hideout. Nico like snuck in there and like
Yeah, that went real well.
Boomer snuck up on a dragon, kinda.
Yeah, kind of.
Kinda.
Some of the party have made it off the beach as well. That's like that's
Well,
they're doing all right.
I remember when
Anybody else
Boomer
feel a little bit
snuck
like
up on a
Goldfish?
dragon
Yeah.
and was
I feel a
saying,
little
"I'm
bit-
being stealthy."
Sneaky,
Shh.
sneaky, sneaky. Chink, 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 chink.
So I mean, were we supposed to see them on the beach when we were coming up?
That was sort of my like that you would like, okay, we're gonna approach this thing like stealthily, and we're gonna like sneak up and you'll see them on the beach, and then you're like, oh yeah, there's gonna be like a bunch of
Yeah, Gaston can do like a little reconnaissance flight, or maybe Felix uses Familiar to scout out a quiet
right,
landing
maybe
spot.
that, and then maybe like a judicious use of like fog cloud or something. Like, there would be something. It's like, no, we're gonna make 100-foot red carpet of parted water up to the beach. Then we're gonna just start, slinging magic and smashing things and jumping up and I was like, well, fine, fuck it. Like, I don't know what I expected. So I mean, really, it's my own fault. Boomer, you take 14, so 7 damage from a couple of arrows get shot into you.
Damn it.
All right. Since it turns out there's like a billion combatants in this, we're gonna stop here for the night. Well done, everybody. So, next week, will our adventurers ever find out what's going on this island? Now that they've kicked over this anthill, does Skippy have a soul? Will they find out? They're shaking their head. Wow.
Man, come on, guys. Oh, ye of
Will-
little faith.
Will we get to the bottom of where Skippy's from and what's happening? Find out next week on Good Guys. Not great.